yourself without getting distracted by social media that is stealing your attention and keeping you in the rat race. So pat yourself on the shoulder for showing up, and quickly in the comments, let me know if you can hear me. Put a yes in the comments if you want to take control of your financial future, recession-proof your portfolio, and accelerate your freedom no matter what is going on in the world economically and geopolitically. You're in the right place, because today in this masterclass, I'm going to reveal my proven triple compounding method. I used to retire my husband from his corporate role as a senior executive, become work optional, and live a life of abundance where I only do things that excite me, like doing this masterclass for you. And I'm going to show you how triple compounding can help you achieve the same thing, even if right now you're super busy, don't want to take too much risk, and even if you're a newbie and not good with numbers, or if you've invested before but didn't get the results that really freed you without burning out. My team is here somewhere in the chat box to answer your questions too, and the more you interact with them, the better they can help you. Put a hello in the comments so my team knows you're here. And if you're watching this, maybe you're excited, maybe you think I'm just another online guru, maybe you're nervous about your financial future and the economy, or maybe a little bit of all of that, and that's okay. So stay with me, because I got you, and I want to put you at ease and let you know that you're in the right place. I started my financial freedom journey with a small amount, and using triple compounding, I grew it to an 8-figure net worth in just over a decade. Business Insider has been fact-checking me for years. You might have seen me on NASDAQ billboard in Times Square in New York, and with all this success, I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is, as you can see in this press release, I have helped people from 132 countries with their financial freedom journey. So yes, even if you're not in the US, the information in this masterclass is going to help you get on the right track to accelerating your financial freedom journey. The bad news is that you're not going to become financially free overnight just by watching this masterclass. This is not a get-rich-quick magic pill. I need to make sure you understand this. In fact, put in the comments, I get it, if you get this. What ultimately determines whether you are going to become financially free is your ability to execute on the information that I'm going to show you today. So just by watching this, you won't be able to magically quit your job and become financially free tomorrow. But I am going to teach you the 9 secrets to accelerating your financial freedom with something called triple compounding. I'm going to show you the no Wall Street bro compounding, invest with confidence without relying on shady money managers. No reverse compounding, stop reverse compounding and find money to accelerate your returns by 28%. No sweat compounding, accelerate your financial freedom without taking too much risk. No guesswork compounding, 5 steps to start getting results even if you're brand new. No snail compounding, accelerate your compounding so you don't have to wait 40 years. No math compounding, how to do this even if you're not a math whiz and hate numbers. No hype compounding, create winning investment strategies during any economic conditions. No time compounding, make consistent profits in only 1 hour per month even if you're so busy. No grind compounding, make your money make babies on auto without being stuck to your screen all day. And I am going to give you all the tools you need to get started in the right direction. Would you like to get all of my tools and frameworks? Yes? So because I'm going to walk you through everything you need, this masterclass will be 2 hours. I know you're super busy and I know how easy it is for you to get distracted, but I don't want to give you sound bites you're never going to actually implement. For that kind of stuff, you can keep on scrolling on social media and get dopamine hits. This is for those of you who are serious about becoming financially free, not just curious. So if that's you, if you're serious, not just curious, and are committed to staying and interacting with me and my team for the next 2 hours, type I'm serious in the comments. To make sure you're in the right place before spending 2 hours with me, this is for you if you're a high income earner, maybe you're a doctor, lawyer, engineer, nurse, or maybe a manager, director, VP, or C-suite executive and want to accelerate your financial freedom and become work optional. Do we have any professionals like this in the house? Type your job title in the comments so that my team can help you better. This is for you if you're in real estate and want to diversify your portfolio. Put an R in the comments if you're in real estate. This is for you if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, professional athlete, highly recognized artist looking to build a holistic wealth ecosystem, one that builds legacy, not just lifestyle. Somebody put an L in the comments if that is you. This is for you if you're already retired, step back from your career maybe, or maybe you're a stay-at-home parent. You have capital, but no clear system to grow and protect it without adding more complexity and decision fatigue. Put a P in the comments if you'd like to have a peace of mind. This is for you if you've invested before but got burnt out by volatility, hype, and conflicting advice, and you're done trusting market gurus with your future. And if you're fed up with your financial advisor, maybe they make personal finance so confusing that makes it so intimidating and you don't even know what they're saying and you feel like there is something wrong with you. I'm here to tell you there is nothing wrong with you. And if you're serious about taking control of your financial future and get to the freedom that you deserve faster, you are in the right place. So give yourself a hand. Now, this is not for those who are looking for a get-rich-quick lottery-style magic to take you from $0 to $1 million overnight. This is not for those who are looking for day trading or scalping. I love you guys, but that is not something that I do or teach. This is not for the 65% of people who are willing to listen to every news source on a daily basis and weed through every YouTube guru's analysis to figure out the right strategy. This is not for those who like to play victim, constantly complain about everything, blame everything and everybody else instead of taking accountability and control of their life. And this is not for people who are not willing to take action on the information and are not willing to put the initial work to get things set up and accelerate their freedom. Those people never get anywhere in life. So if there is any of those people here, they have my permission to leave and go troll me on my social media. We still love them and there's no hard feelings, but I'd ask them to please not take time and energy from the people who are here to actually learn and want to make a change in their lives. If you're still here, you're serious about accelerating your financial freedom and aren't just playing around. When you stay until the end and interact with me and my team in the chat box, not only you're going to get all the value from the masterclass, but I'm also going to give you my risk management toolkit for free. Why? Because 97% of people who just dabble in the financial markets end up losing money because they are doing it without proper risk management that suits their unique risk tolerance. Do you want to avoid taking unnecessary risks and avoid getting wiped out in the markets? Do you want my risk management toolkit? Yes? Cool. So when you stay until the end and interact with us in the chat box, you're going to get an email in your mailbox with my risk management toolkit in it. Type toolkit if you want that. I do have another gift for you that you can download right now. That is my triple compounding workbook. Please go ahead and download that right now so that you can implement and calculate things as we go through the masterclass. It is in the bottom of the screen. If you have trouble, just ask my support team in the chat. Type, I got my workbook once you download it so my team knows that you're on the right track. Cool? Type, I got my workbook. So you've downloaded your workbook. You're going to get your free risk management toolkit when you stay until the end of this masterclass, and we're going to waste zero time here. The first thing we need to calculate is your financial freedom number because you need to know what you're aiming for with your compounding. It's your what? Put in the comments your financial freedom number. That is the amount of money that you have in investment portfolio that even if you don't make a single penny from your job or your business, you'd still be able to cover all of your expenses. That means you'll officially become financially free and work optional. This is a very important number that most people don't know, and that is why they just blindly try to find a winning stock. We're going to calculate it together. Put a yes in the comments if you're ready. Step 1, write down your total annual expenses. If you don't have that number handy, don't worry. In my risk management toolkit, you're going to get at the end of this masterclass, I've made it super easy for you to put this all together in the matter of minutes. Step 2, divide that number by 0.04 and voila. Now you know what you're aiming for. It is typically around $1.5 million for an average household in America with $60K in yearly expenses. Now, when you see your financial freedom number, you might get a bit shocked and feel like it's never going to happen for you. You need to know that if you've struggled figuring out this money game in the past, it is not your fault. There is so much information out there and a new finance expert seems to pop up on social media every day. That overload can be confusing and can keep you from success. So if that's you, don't worry, you're in the right place. If you've ever thought, I just can't get this money thing right, I want to put your mind at ease. You can do this. You just need the right person to hold your hands. And that ain't ChatGPT because we all have access to the information in the world. Everybody knows what Warren Buffett invests in. And yet only 0.01% are really financially free. How many of you can see I'm telling the truth? That's because information alone doesn't cut it. And the wealthy has been gatekeeping the real path to financial freedom. How many of you can see that you can't become financially free just by finding the hottest stock to invest in? Type, I can see that, Kiana, in the chat. I can see that. I started this journey when I had just gotten laid off, ran out of money to pay rent, and was sleeping on my friend's couch in exchange for looking after her 5 cats. Then I got married and things got even worse. I was broken inside. My marriage wasn't working, and being busy constantly trying to figure out how to make money didn't help. My husband and I had practically stopped talking to each other. Every time we spoke, it would turn into a blowout argument. I was hoping to make enough money so I could get a divorce without relying on my husband for child support. How many of you would like to gain financial financial independence? Type I in the chat. How many of you are making good income, but still feel like you're not completely free? I had followed the traditional financial advice, just save more, invest in index funds, but I was still stuck, still financially tied to my husband, still making decisions from fear, not freedom. One day I was complaining to one of my trading buddies about my slow growth and my frantic search for something that would grow faster and support me in the years to come. And he told me something that changed my life forever. He said something along the lines of, I don't compound just one thing. I compound multiple things. At first, I had no idea what I was talking about. But as I researched and looked around, I realized all financial gurus were doing the same thing with their own money. But none of them were doing it for their clients, and none of them were actually talking about it. All of them were pretending that all of the wealth came from budgeting and investing in slow growth assets so they could get their clients into thinking that they too will get wealthy from budgeting and investing in slow growing index funds. I get into the details of this research in my Triple Compounding Live 2.5-day online event. As I saw this, I realized if I want to actually get back my time, my power, my freedom, and my peace, I needed to stop doing what Dave Ramsey was saying to do with my money and start doing what Dave Ramsey was doing with his money. I couldn't rely on just one type of compounding, not even two. I needed to level up my game and start triple compounding. This is the system that eventually helped me buy my dream $12 million home and build an 8-figure portfolio while spending less time managing it. I now regularly share my timely strategies on Fox, CNN, CNBC, Bloomberg, and other business channels. I've shared my methods in my many books. Some of them have become bestsellers on USA Today, Wall Street Journal, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. My new book is Triple Compounding for Dummies, published by Wiley. I've spoken on the same stages as Tony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Susie Orman, and Ray Dalio. I charge $25,000 per hour for private consulting sessions. My diamond offer is $250,000, but neither of those are available today. We're at full capacity with a waiting list. And I'm not sharing these to impress you. I'm sharing to demonstrate what's possible when you apply the triple compounding framework. I've helped entrepreneurs, executives, investors, and industry leaders not just grow their wealth, but strategically accelerate it in a way that gives them more peace, more control, and more time. Would it be okay if I show you how I applied these to my own life and my portfolio? Yes? Because yes, I've been fortunate to achieve incredible success, but at my core, I'm a mom who wanted to take control of my family's financial future without outsourcing my freedom or burning myself out. Today, I lead a community of triple compounders. These are high performers who want more than just money in the bank. They want intelligent compounding, automated freedom, and multi-generational legacy. People who are done with the noise of one-dimensional investing advice, who want a holistic ecosystem for compounding their time, capital, and impact, while others are just learning about one type of compounding from self-proclaimed investing gurus that are popping out on social media every day. We are mastering triple compounding, accelerating our financial freedom on our terms. We're not here to play by Wall Street rules. We're not paying endless fees to financial planners who underperform index funds, and we're definitely not locking our capital in someone else's hedge fund or let it sit in the bank and lose its value to inflation. If you ask financial planners or money managers, they tell us that we shouldn't be doing these things on our own because they know better. It's too complicated for us to do it on our own. And yet there are thousands of us doing it and growing our own wealth every day. And in fact, outperforming those shady money managers with fancy titles. Look at this. I love celebrating our members as they reach their 6, 7, and 8-figure portfolios every year at our Invest Diva Live event. And I want to celebrate you the next time we have this event. Wall Street bros, money managers, financial advisors, financial planners, they want you to believe that personal finance and investing are way too complicated for you to do it on your own. What they don't want you to know is that if you figure it out, they lose their job. And all of those juicy commission fees that they're stealing from you. Thousands of our members have now outperformed their financial advisors. And as a result, they have fired them. If you've ever thought that Wall Street bros want you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you relying on them while they profit from you. The difference with us is that we actually care about your success and truly want to see you living the life of your dreams, because when you succeed, like thousands of our triple compounders, you will become our biggest ambassador and won't be able to stop talking about us to your friends and your family members, which has been increasing our impact through word of mouth. A win for you is a win for us, because your testimonials are what keep our business going. I know you have a dream to feel financially peaceful and free, and I want to show you how to make that happen during this masterclass. That is why I'm giving away what actually works, the triple compounding method that combines all I learned when I worked on Wall Street with all I learned when I studied for the Certified Financial Planner planning and other fancy Wall Street Bro programs with all I learned from losing all of my money and having to start all over again. My goal today is to help you see that triple compounding is the key to taking control of your financial future and accelerating your freedom. Just so that my team knows and can help you better during this masterclass, if you're a complete newbie, please type newbie in the comments. And that means if you have no idea where to start, you want to make your money work for you, but you're super scared of losing it all in markets because it all sounds way too intimidating and confusing. If you're already somewhat in control of your finances and investing in some way, whether it's stocks, mutual funds, commodities, options, crypto, bonds, high yield savings accounts, real estate, retirement accounts, or something else, please type experienced in the chat box so that my team can help you better. My goal with this masterclass is to help both newbies and experienced investors take control of their financial future and to get on the fast track to financial freedom with triple compounding. Would that be helpful? Put a yes in the chat box if that would be helpful for you. Awesome. Thank you for your comments. So put your phone away and any other distractions away. Download your workbook from below the chat box here. Remain focused and interact with my team in the chat because I'm going to go fast. If you stop to answer a text or post a comment on social media, you might miss out on a huge step of the triple compounding process. Ready? Before you start triple compounding, you need to understand what compounding really means. I first heard about this when I was studying electrical engineering in Japan and moonlighting on a Japanese TV show during the 2008 market crash when one of my panelists, who was an economics expert, said because of inflation, every moment your money is sitting in the bank, you are losing money. And he said the best way to prevent your money from losing its value is to start compounding. I had no idea what that meant. Here's how I explained it. He said, imagine you have a small snowball. You start on the top of the mountain of a snowy hill and roll that snowball down the hill. As it rolls, it picks up more and more snow, gets bigger and bigger. The longer it rolls, the more snow it collects, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger faster. Compounding works like that, but instead of snow, we're talking about money. Let's say you invest some money and it earns a little bit of interest, which is kind of like extra money. Now, the next time you earn an interest, you earn it on not just the original money, but you also on the extra money that you made before. So just like the snowball gets bigger as it rolls down the mountain, your money grows faster over time because you're earning more and more on top of what you already earned. Type I'm getting it if you're starting to get what compounding means. Type I'm getting it. When I heard this, I'm like, oh my gosh, all of my money is sitting in the bank and it's losing value every second. I have to start doing this compounding thing. But I knew nothing about money. I had no idea how financial markets work. It all sounded too risky and I was so scared that I was going to lose it all. I asked around a little bit and I concluded that the best thing I can do is to find a financial advisor to manage my money for me and compound it on my behalf. It has to be better than just sitting in the bank. I thought money managers with all of their fancy C-level titles would not only have my best interest at heart, but he would be the key to me getting rich and making my money continuously grow so I could be set for life. So I gave him all of my money and I kept contributing every paycheck I earned. I thought they had my best interest in mind. As it turns out, not so much. Throughout the years, I noticed my portfolio was not only not growing, it was shrinking even though the markets were recovering. So I got skeptical and started looking more into how money managers and financial advisors actually make money. What I found out absolutely infuriated me. I found out that they had their best interest in mind. They invested my money in stuff that made them compounded income through the commissions they get from their partners and the companies they invest my money in, instead of what was going to actually make me money. And on top of that, they were taking commission off what little money I was making too. So they were earning from compounding and I was paying in compounding. I was reverse compounding. How many of you have parents who have a financial advisor, or maybe you have a financial advisor? Here's the truth. A lot of you or your parents have been getting ripped off for decades. I want you to text them and ask them how much they pay their advisor. They never know. They have no idea. And their advisor is almost certainly charging them a percentage. It's called AUM, assets under management. Usually it's about 1%, sometimes 1.2%. That doesn't sound like a lot, but over the years of your parents' lives, they probably have paid 25% or 28% of their returns to this advisor. And they have no idea because these fees are hidden. They're using the same law of compounding, but instead of making your money grow, you are reverse compounding, paying Wall Street bros at a compounded rate. And if this isn't bad enough, I found out that 96% of money managers underperform the market average. So it wasn't like I had chosen the one bad apple among the sea of amazing financial advisors. The market average return is around 10% to 12% every year. Money managers underperform that, which means my money was barely growing. What's even crazier about this statistic is that the other 4% of money managers who are supposedly doing okay change every year. That means no money manager consistently does better than the market average. They're supposed to be the so-called financial experts, but they actually lose money compared to the market average, and then they charge you a commission for completely mismanaging your money. How many of you are so angry right now? I felt the same, but I still didn't feel confident enough to take my money out and kept it without money manager. A few years later, I got fired from my job, and I really needed to get back the money that I had with the money manager to pay rent. So I called him up and said, hey, I need to pull my money out. And he said, sure, but you need to pay a 75% penalty because you're taking it out early. And I'm like, what do you mean early? And he's like, remember that 500-page document you signed when we got started? Well, you should have paid more attention to the terms and conditions. I was livid. What this means is that if you put in 100K, you would have come out with a 25K thanks to this early withdrawal penalty. And on top of that, I'd also mismanaged my money. So what I had left there with them was even lower than the initial amount that I had given them. Great investment, right? Not so much. I found out that the same thing happens with the commissions you pay on your retirement accounts, like 401ks and IRAs. Most people aren't even aware of all of these commission fees that could add up to millions of dollars compounded over time. Did you know that Americans lose $5.7 billion each year to 401k and IRA early withdrawal fees? That is 5.7 billion with a B. Now, some of you might be thinking, does that mean I should get rid of my 401k? The only time I would consider keeping my 401k is if my employer matches my contributions. But even then, I would take control of my 401k and manage it based on the triple compounding method you're going to be learning in this masterclass, so that you could at least maximize your profits and lower your management fees so you can eliminate reverse compounding as much as possible. 401ks have so many hidden fees that most financial advisors don't even know about. And it doesn't end here. Here are all the other ways people are reverse compounding right now without even realizing it. Oftentimes, these add up to over 28% compounded, which means millions of dollars over your lifetime. Do you realize that if you just stop reverse compounding, your savings are going to compound like this? And by the end of this presentation, once you learn triple compounding, this could amount to literally millions of dollars over time. Isn't this so powerful? Would you like to be a reverse compounder or a triple compounder? Somebody say triple compounder. I felt the same. I was really angry. I felt defeated and plagued with, and I was like, enough is enough. I'm going to take things into my own hands. I need to be in control of my own money. I needed to stop being a reverse compounder, and I became obsessed with learning about finance and investing, started by the CFP and CMT and CFA, all these fancy certified financial titles money managers had. I worked on Wall Street, navigated through the conflicting strategies among Wall Street bros. After years of trial and error, I finally created the proven system that I now call the triple compounder system. This system gave me full control over my money and peace of mind about my financial future. So now you should see why taking control and compounding your money is the only possible way to feel peace around your financial future and grow it for you and your family. Because when you leave your money in the bank, its value depreciates every day, and it's kind of like leaving your food in the fridge and expecting it to still be edible. Every day it rots a bit more, and by the end of the month, it belongs to trash. But even worse is giving your money to a money manager. It's like handing your new car to your kid. Imagine you bought a new car, let your kid borrow it and go to hang out in the bar, get drunk drive his way back, crashes your car, and then demands you a bunch of money for the damages. When you use a money manager, all of your hard-earned money is tied up in somebody who doesn't have your best interest in mind, and then they charge you for it too. Compounding is like making your money make money babies, and their babies making more money babies without you. How many of you would prefer to have full control of your money and let it make money babies without you even involved? That would be weird, right? So that you can access it whenever you want without having to pay a penalty and a bunch of commission fees to somebody who may or may not have your interest at heart. Put a C in the chat box if you want to be in control of your compounding. If Albert Einstein calls compounding the eighth wonder of the world, how powerful do you think triple compounding would be? So powerful that billionaires have been gatekeeping it from us. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but Kiana, I'm a total newbie. I can't do this better than money managers. I'm scared I'm going to lose all my money in a bad trade. I can't even do basic compounding. How can I do triple compounding? First, let me tell you, you can do this even if you're a total newbie, even if you've never even logged into your bank account without taking too much risk. Just like Misty. She was a busy business owner who's been battling Lyme disease for many years, and her healthcare isn't covered by her insurance company. One day, she received a lump sum in inheritance and really wanted to put it into work so that she can continue paying for her out-of-pocket medical expenses. She did not know anything about investing and decided to put her whole inheritance, all of the money, in some stock she had heard from her brother, who had heard from a trading group that was supposed to be the next big thing. Sure enough, that company went out of business in a month and Missy lost all of her inheritance money. Can you imagine losing all of your inheritance in one bad trade? Now she had no lump sum of money and had to continue paying for healthcare out of pocket. Even though she's a successful business owner, at the end of the day, she had nothing to show for it. And in fact, she was getting into a huge amount of debt. That is when she got in with my system, started her triple compounding journey, and was able to 10x her initial investment in just 18 short months. She got in our private membership group and said, Kiana, thank you so much for your generosity and willingness to share all you have learned and studied over the years. It all makes doing all of this with you and my fellow pigs so special. I'm going to tell you what she means by pig at the end of this masterclass. And look what happened. She paid off her medical expenses. Just imagine if she started with the system before she lost her whole inheritance. She used triple compounding to pay off her medical expenses, starting with almost nothing. Isn't that amazing? Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of triple compounding, would it be okay if I go back in time and show you how basic compounding works first, so that you have a better foundation for triple compounding? Yes? Put a yes in the comments. Let's get to secret number 3 out of 9 today. No sweat compounding. The easiest, low-risk way to start making your money make babies right now. After I got screwed over by that money manager, I decided to go to the heart of global finances and learn this stuff. And I worked at 3 different companies on Wall Street. One of them was at the New York Stock Exchange. I was ready to dive into the markets and start making my money work for me, just like you might be right now. I obviously didn't have much experience. I wasn't really confident in my choices. But what I did have going for me was that I was surrounded by all of the best traders in the New York Stock Exchange. And I was like, let's see what they're doing and just copy their moves. I went all in with my savings of $15,000 at the time, which was a lot of money for me at the time. And I was so ready to become a millionaire overnight, copying the best of the best on Wall Street and Wall Street Bros. And can you guess what happened? I lost the whole $15,000. I lost my entire savings. And I'm like, girl, how can you mess this up? All of these finance pros are making millions and you're just copying them. And you lost all your money? So I'm beating myself up, and I made a post on LinkedIn about it. To my surprise, Guy Spear slides into my DMs. He's the best-selling author of the book Education of a Value Investor and was trained under Warren Buffett. He offered to send me a copy of his book, and I was like, Kiana, I know you have a lot of potential and a lot of ability, but you're doing this all wrong. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm doing what everybody else on Wall Street is doing. And then he says something to me that forever shifted my perspective on the financial markets. He said, you've got to stop listening to market noise. What I was doing was speculating. What I needed instead was a system that manages risks and grows without falling for emotions of Wall Street bros. So I took my now friend Guy Spears' advice. I started investing instead of speculating, and then compounded my returns over and over again. At this point, I was double compounding. I'll tell you what I mean by that in just a little bit. I started with $500 per month, ignored all of the hype, trends, clickbaits, and what other people on Wall Street were buzzing about. And this gave me so much peace of mind because I wasn't glued to my screen all day. I wasn't speculating and day trading to create an active income. Instead, I focused on compounding my income, building a solid portfolio, compounding it again, which allowed my overall portfolio to grow faster and faster. In 3 years, I got pregnant with my daughter, so we were going to need more space. We already had a budget set aside for a new house, but then we decided that we wanted an additional room because we wanted our families to visit and babysit and feel comfortable at the same time without everybody being at each other's face. How many of you don't want your in-laws to be at your face all the time? So that required us to stretch ourselves a little bit more than the amount that we already had set aside for the house. We had $250K set aside for the down payment, and we needed an additional $50K ASAP. So I was like, let me check out my investment account that I had been building, the one that I started growing with only $500. So I was like, this is it. In 3 years, that $500 account had double compounded to $53,000, which means it had grown to 100 times the initial amount. So what did I do? Boom, boom, boom. I took that $500 account and grew it into a $50K additional down payment on our house with compounding. How many of you see what the power of compounding can do? I never would have been able to contribute to our house if my $500 was just sitting in the bank, right? Now that I've accelerated this to triple compounding and shared it with our triple compounders, many of them are surpassing me in terms of speed. And that's why I know you can do this too. We get so many testimonials and what we call hashtag Diva wins every single day from our members who use the strategies I'm showing you today to accelerate their portfolio with triple compounding. Automate strategies that are perfect for their risk tolerance and is aligned with their financial freedom number that you calculated at the beginning of this masterclass. Here's Mary, who wrote this after reaching her first 100K portfolio goal 2 months earlier than her 1-year target. She said, early in the year, I used to read these hashtag Diva wins and think, I wonder what stocks they bought to get them. But this has absolutely changed my life, and I can't wait to pass this on to my son and set him up for a financially free life. Just to be very, very clear, I'm not going to tell you this is going to be easy for you or this fast for you. This happened for Mary through her consistency and commitment. Some of you might be thinking these testimonials aren't even real. Kiana probably just made them up on a Word document. I'm going to share Mary's Zoom call when she shared her disbelief in achieving her goal after I cover the 9 secrets for today's masterclass. But for now, let's get to my first framework. Type ready in the comments if you're ready. Take out your pen and paper because I need you to draw this so that you can implement it. This is my basic compounding system. I call it the Invest Diva Diamond Analysis, or IDDA for short. Just like a diamond, it has 5 points. How many points? Type in the comments. I call the first point capital. And what I mean by this is identifying your risk tolerance. Not taking this step is the exact reason why 96% of traders lose money in the markets, because they are blindly following the market noise without having a plan that is the exact fit for their ability and willingness to take a risk. In the risk management toolkit I'm going to be sending you to your email after this masterclass, you can calculate this on your own really quickly, and it's going to be really eye-opening for you. Here's how the ability and willingness to take a risk are different. For example, when I was single and was just getting started with my career in New York, my willingness to take a risk was higher, but my ability to take a risk was lower because I wasn't making that much money. Years later, after I gave birth, my brain was on snooze and my willingness to take a risk went down. But my husband got a bonus, so our ability to take a risk went higher, so I adjusted my system. The second point of the diamond is intentional, which is setting your intention on your financial freedom number that you calculated at the beginning of this masterclass. How many of you remember your financial freedom number? Put an R in the comments if you remember it. These 2 first points are kind of like using Google Maps. You need to put in your current location and your destination, and it will show you a couple of different routes you can take based on your ability and willingness to take a risk. You can take a lower risk route that will take you longer, or a higher risk route that is faster, or something in between. My system basically maps out your exact triple compounding journey and, more importantly, guides you every step of the way to get to your destination. Now that you know exactly where you are with your finances and you know exactly where you're going, you can get to the third point of the diamond, which is called fundamental. It's called what? Put in the comments. This means you can now go asset picking and pick assets that match your risk tolerance and goals with confidence instead of looking for Wall Street bros to tell you what to buy. You do this on your terms and based on your values. Isn't that awesome? Here's a list of all of the different online financial assets you can use for basic compounding. Now you might be thinking, okay, Kiana, but where do I go to invest? Is there like a website? To invest in online financial assets, you need access to the markets. As an individual investor, we can't just go knocking on the door of the New York Stock Exchange and ask if we can buy stocks. We need a middleman to facilitate this for us. These are called brokers, and they're very similar to real estate brokers, except instead of a person, you can do this online through their platforms, which actually makes this whole process a lot easier. All you have to do is to create an account with their online platform, and you instantly gain access to the markets. There are online brokers in almost all countries, so yes, regardless of where you are, you should be able to invest, but make sure you're selecting a credible one. Here are some good ones for stocks in the US, UK, Eurozone, Australia, and Canada. My favorite in the US is an app called Robinhood that is super user-friendly. My largest stock account is with Charles Schwab because it lets me borrow against my portfolio to invest in other assets to accelerate my portfolio. Somebody say accelerate. From here, we get to the fourth and fifth point of the diamond, which easily help you figure out the lowest price to buy and the highest price to sell so that you can maximize maximize your profits. Somebody say maximize. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in a couple of minutes. This is a recap of the framework, the 5 points of the Investivo Diamond analysis that is going to help you do basic compounding with confidence without taking too much risk to build the foundation of your triple compounding. Somebody say foundation. Here's Sophia, a violin maker who started with our system a few years ago and has been hitting her goals so fast it's hard to keep up with. When she first started triple compounding, in just 6 months, she hit her 100K milestone in her portfolio. She is celebrating her award at Invest Diva Live. And then 5 months after that, she accelerated her triple compounding. Of course, results aren't typical, but look at this. She took to our premium investing group to celebrate her 200K milestone. And then just 1 year after that, she hit 500K in her overall portfolio. She got our Genius Move Giraffe Award. You can see here as well. I'm going to show you a video of her explaining exactly how she did this once I've shown you all of the 9 secrets for today's masterclass. But for now, tell me, what could you turn your investments into? It took Sophia just 18 months to go from $5,000 to $500,000 in her investment portfolio, which is way better than just making $500,000 in revenue and having nothing to show for it. So let's say you invested $5,000 today. What would you use it for in 18 months? What if you continued growing it for 5 years or 10 years? What if instead of $5,000, you started with $10,000 and turned it into 100K, $500,000, $1 million, $10 million over time? Would you turn it into a larger home like I did? Invest it back into your business? Travel the world? Help your family? Think in your head right now, what would I do with a $10 million portfolio that I can borrow against from in 10 years? Let me know in the comments. And let's get to secret number 5 out of 9 today. No snail compounding. Accelerate your compounding so you don't have to wait 40 years. When I was studying for the Certified Financial Planning, CFP, one of the first methods they teach you is something called the Rule of 72. It's a formula you can use to find out how many years it's going to take for your money to double. For example, if you have $100 and you want to know how long it's going to take for you to compound or double, you could figure it out using the Rule of 72. Type a yes in the comments if you would like to know how long it would take for your $100 to double and become $200. Well, if you're just investing in an index fund with a 9% average return, the one most financial gurus tell you to invest in, the answer is 8 years. Put an A in the comments if you agree that this is too freaking long. 8 years to make $200. And as I was trying to gain independence from my husband, this made me feel stuck. This is when I started my research into self-made millionaires and billionaires I briefly mentioned at the beginning of this masterclass. And I discovered they compound different investments and different activities. The word compound originates from the Latin word compono, which means to put together. What wealthy people do is that they compound or put together 3 types of investment assets. Somebody say assets. And then at each investment level, they compound 3 actions. Somebody say action. The basic compounding that I just showed you is just 1 out of the 3 actions wealthy people take. We call it generate. Somebody say generate. Here's a list of all of the other things you could do and are probably doing right now to generate income. This is also known as grinding or basic compounding, which is where most people who want to make more wealth stop. And that is why they burn out and get stuck in the rat race and they end up retiring broke and dependent on their children. Most people don't know they should be compounding 2 other actions if they want to accelerate their freedom. How many of you want me to reveal these other actions? Type yes if you want me to show you. The other 2 actions they compound are called automate and accelerate. Automations are one of the most overlooked actions you can use as a leverage to accelerate your income generation and are what self-made millionaires and billionaires use to accelerate their freedom, even though they have the same 24 hours in the day as you and I. So you're going to invest in the first asset, and I'll show you the different asset types that you need to compound in our triple compounding live event. And within that, you're going to compound 3 actions. How many? Put in the comments. 3, generate, automate, accelerate. Then you're going to compound investing in the second asset. And within that, you're going to generate, automate, accelerate. Then you're going to compound investing in a third asset. And within that, you're going to generate, automate, and accelerate. Put in the comments, generate, automate, accelerate. This is what we mean by triple compounding wealth. How many of you are starting to get what I mean by triple compounding? Somebody say, I get it. I'm getting it, Kiana. Say, I'm getting it, Kiana. Because once I started doing this as a busy mom who was planning for her divorce, I was able to take my income and accelerate it to a $1.5 million portfolio in 2021, which means I gave myself this golden diamond award that you can also see behind me, which is an award that now some of our accelerators are getting too. I then accelerated my compounding again. My total net worth in 2022 reached $5 million. For those of you who think this is made up, Business Insider has been fact-checking me for years, and this is exactly how my triple compounders like Tanya, an empty nester and a grandma, reached $1 million in her portfolio in just 18 months of applying the triple compounding strategy I'm sharing with you. And she did this while the markets were extremely volatile. I'm going to show you a video of her explaining how she did it after we finish up with all the 9 secrets for today's masterclass. But isn't this amazing? How many of you would like to learn the methods to accelerate your portfolio's growth like this, regardless of economic conditions and geopolitical tensions? Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Kiana, this sounds interesting, but I hate numbers. This whole triple compounding thing will never work for somebody like me. Let's get to secret number 6 out of 9, no math compounding. Why being a math whiz can actually cost your triple compounder system. One of the biggest questions I get is, Kiana, this sounds like a cool idea, or this is very exciting, but I suck at math. I want to get started, but my brain is like, I'm barely starting to understand what compounding means. Triple compounding sounds way too intimidating, or I'm not smart, or I was never good at school. Can I really do this? I want you to know something about me. I'm no one special. I don't have any supernatural gifts, especially when it comes to math. I actually really struggled with math. In Japan, they had to get me a tutoring class to help me with mathematics, and it literally drove me to depression because I felt so dumb. And that's what I love about triple compounding. You don't have to worry about math whatsoever. This is my husband. He's an actual rocket scientist, like literally a rocket scientist. He designed the world's fastest helicopter, Sikorsky's X2, and was the leader in AI in the world's largest defense contractor. After we got married, he started peeking into how I was investing, and he confidently said he could outsmart my system because he's basically a math genius. First, I was like, sure, after all, he is a math genius, so he probably knows better than me. So even though I didn't like his mansplaining, I started listening to him. But things started going south from there. Every time we made money based on his suggestions, he got super excited and like, look, you see, I told you. But every time we lost, he got super upset and wanted to make back the money and came up with a quick math solution to make up for the losses. He was just digging a deeper hole, kind of like being at a casino, losing, and then taking more money out of the ATM. This got me curious because I wanted to know if it's just my husband trying to be my hero and acting this way, or if it's universal. I wanted to find out if you really need to be good at math to succeed with investing. In fact, I wanted to know if math had anything to do with financial success. So I decided to go to the source and ask the most douchey Wall Street bros who call themselves quants. They're basically known as the rocket scientists of Wall Street, and they're pretty intimidating. I built up the courage to ask one of my friend's husbands, who has a math PhD from MIT, who was a quant at this big Wall Street company, and was the most perfect example of a Wall Street bro. He wasn't exactly the Wolf of Wall Street, but his lifestyle, interestingly similar. So I hit him up and I asked them, hey, be real with me. Like, I see you're always traveling to Vegas with your clients, and at work, it seems like you're doing everything but math. Can you be real with me? How much do you really use your math PhD when you invest? And he looks at me with this weird smile and he says, yeah, nah, we don't use math. It's all for a show in front of our clients. And then we get them drunk in the after hours, make friends with them, and sign them up to give us money. Interesting. I asked around a little bit more, and it turns out it's true. The markets aren't about math at all. The stock prices go up and down because of crowd psychology. Because of what? And you can especially see the negative impacts of crowd psychology during market crashes and times of economic downturn, where people's emotions kick in and they try to solve a short-term problem, but instead create a long-term disaster. That is why with the 4th point of the Invest Day by Diamond that I just showed you, sentimental analysis, we measure the market sentiment and actually go against the crowd psychology. Somebody say against in the chat. For example, when all the Wall Street bros are super hyped up about an asset and are super excited to buy more and pushing the price higher and higher, at Investiva, we do the opposite. Instead of following the market hype and buying at expensive prices, we start selling and taking profit from the assets that we bought at lower prices. And then when all Wall Street bros are super scared and fearful about an asset or the economy and they're selling, pushing the price lower and lower, at Investiva, we do the opposite. We buy our favorite assets at a bargain price, just like we find good deals on Black Friday sale. How many of you love buying stuff when they're on sale? Type me in the chat. Congratulations, because this is exactly how recessions make the most millionaires, because you can buy awesome assets at a lower price and then you can keep compounding for the years to come. Now, how many of you would like to know the cheapest price you can buy your favorite assets so you don't have to spend more than you actually need to, regardless of the economic conditions? That is what the fifth point of my system, which we call technical analysis, shows you. Let me ask you a question. If you buy your favorite asset at a lower price, what would you like to do next to make a profit? You're going to want to sell it at a higher price, right? Buy low, sell high. That's the whole game, right? And it's one of the most effective ways to accelerate your compounding, but it could also be really, really high risk if you don't have the right tools. Literally, everybody wants to do the exact same thing. Not just you, not just me, but the big boys of Wall Street too. With my system, this is exactly where we can go and beat them at their own game, which helps you not only figure out how the Wall Street bros are feeling, but stay ahead of them and go against them without taking too much risk. I actually learned about this when I was consulting for a Wall Street company that did something called frequency trading, and they wanted to expand their services in Japan. I ended up traveling back to Japan with them, and one day at a corporate after party with a Japanese clients, we started talking about market sentiment, and one of the Japanese clients started telling me about an indicator that helps their company in Japan predict what the Wall Street firms in New York will be doing so they can go and beat them. Are you ready to get deeper into this? Should I continue? Are you sure? Yes? Should I continue? Yes, put in the comments. All right. Well, the first point of the diamond, you're going to find out your risk tolerance, if it's low, medium, high, or somewhere in between, right? Once you know your exact unique risk tolerance, you can then plug it into my system and use this indicator to make investments that are just right for you. This way, you don't have to keep listening to the news to find out what Wall Street bros are feeling. This Japanese indicator figures it out ahead of time, and then you get to decide how to plan ahead based on your risk tolerance. Tony Robbins says leaders anticipate, losers react. And this is exactly what I love about my system, because it allows you to anticipate, somebody say anticipate the market sentiment, so you can let your money make money babies while you're out there enjoying your life without having to constantly check in the news and get all emotional about it. Isn't that awesome? My system is kind of like the ski slopes. How many of you have been to a ski slope? Somebody say ski in the chat. When you get to the ski slopes, you normally see a sign like this that shows you the difficulty level or riskiness of each route, right? So if you're a beginner skier, you should only go down the green. As you get more advanced, you make your way all the way to black diamond. My system works the same. If you have a high risk tolerance, then you choose a high risk asset and use the first signal of my indicator. If you have a medium risk tolerance, then you choose a medium risk asset and use the second signal. If your risk tolerance is lower, you have to wait for the third signal to get in. Can you count to 3? Yes? Then you know enough math to use my system. For example, Chipotle. How many of you have ever tried eating at a Chipotle Mexican grill? Back in 2017, they closed all of the restaurants because they made people sick with a foodborne outbreak. Its stock crashed, there's no tomorrow because the market sentiment was very negative and the media was trashing it. My system showed me that Chipotle is fast becoming undervalued, and if I have a medium risk tolerance, I should actually buy Chipotle once it bottoms out. But how much can I wait before I buy? I want to buy at the cheapest price when stuff are on sale, right? By using the technical point of my diamond in my system, I found out that it could go to as low as 270. If I was willing to risk not buying at all, if it doesn't drop that low, which matched my risk tolerance perfectly. Somebody with a higher risk tolerance could have bought their way down to 270 so they don't risk missing out. How many of you can see what I'm talking about? For me, 270 worked. I automated my system with the method I'm going to share with you in secret number 8 of today's masterclass, and it automatically bought me 37 Chipotle shares when it dropped to the bottom. Only 15 months later, the stock price was above and beyond where it was before the crash, which means it gave me a 202% return on investment, which means I made $30,200 of pure profit in just over 1 year without doing any math. Another stock called Nvidia that I've been invested in since 2016 2016, started crashing in 2021. And by September 2022, it had crashed 66%. Most financial gurus were getting out. People were super pessimistic about its recovery, but my system showed me exactly how low Nvidia's stock price could drop to. So instead of selling, me and my Investiva members bought Nvidia right as it bottomed out in 2022. Then in just 18 short months, it was back up by 797%, which is when some of our triple compounders took a profit. How many of you would like to see a 797% gain in your portfolio? Somebody say me in the chat. So I explained this to my husband, and he finally acknowledged that my triple compounder system is getting better results on his math. And he's like, point might, or whatever Aussies say. In just another 2 years, I tripled our portfolio again from $5 million to 15. Business Insider wrote an article about me on this, showing how my system helped us fund the down payment of our $12 million home and how my 6-year-old daughter's portfolio was up 568%. How many of you would like to set up your family like that for life? Somebody say me in the chat. As I started teaching the system to our Investiva members, they started accelerating their portfolio even faster than I did. Isn't this awesome? This could be you getting your turquoise or silver or golden diamond awards like many of our members. They then come to our live events, walk up on the stage, and celebrate their win with me, as you can see here. In fact, this has been the journey for our members. They come in, implement the triple compounder system the way I'm showing you, accelerate their portfolio to reach 100K. That's when they get this turquoise diamond award. From there, they hit 500K and get the silver diamond award. Then they hit 1 million, get the golden diamond award, platinum diamond award. You get it when you get to 5 million in your portfolio, and black diamond is when you reach 10 million in your portfolio using our system. How many of you want to collect all of these awards? Somebody say award in the comment. Put a yes in the comments if you'd like to walk on that stage dressed up in your fanciest clothes and accept your 6, 7, or 8-figure award from me and take a fabulous photo like this. Your family could be in the audience cheering your name because they know you have forever changed the trajectory of their lives. How many of you would like to be that role model for your family? To make your family proud like that? Somebody say me, somebody say role model. And it was exactly the same for me, achieving that 8-figure result in my own portfolio and then passing my triple compounder system along to our members allowed me to help people from all walks of life. They achieved 6 and 7-figure compounding portfolios sometimes in as quickly as 6 months. This literally made my heart sing and gave me a level of fulfillment and pride and happiness that I was not expecting. So when it came to finances and business fulfillment, I finally got it right. Somebody say finally. However, my marriage was getting even worse. I finally got to a level of financial independence that I not only was relying on my husband, but I could take care of my daughter too. I was well established to get him out of my life for good. Secretly, I was hoping that this money would fix my husband and make him behave how I wanted him to, but it didn't. And now I had enough money to file for a divorce and support myself as a single parent without relying on my husband. So finally, one day I decided to hand him the divorce papers, and to my surprise, he was shocked. He asked if I would give him a second chance. I said okay, but was convinced nothing was really going to change. I did it for the sake of our daughter. But what happened after this was absolutely crazy. Inspired by my success, he quit his job, which was absolutely burning him out, allowing him to focus on his new passion from home. And as we spent more time together, we were able to heal our relationship and fall back in love. This system not only gave me full control over my money and a peace of mind about my financial future, but it also gifted us with financial freedom. That means I, the girl who sucks at math, was able to retire him, the rocket scientist, from his corporate life that was burning him out without doing any math, just using my triple compounder system. Our financial freedom led to mobility freedom, career freedom, and time freedom for my entire family. We were finally able to prioritize and heal our relationship, all thanks to triple compounding. And I know what some of you might be thinking, Kiana, I get it that you don't need math to succeed with triple compounding, but you worked on Wall Street and learned all these financial stuff throughout the years. I'm a total newbie. I don't understand the financial jargon. Let me tell you a story about one of our members who was once a very successful corporate executive at a multinational company. One day, the doctors found a strange condition in her brain and suggested that she does a brain surgery. The chances of the surgery going wrong was close to 0, so she accepted, but unfortunately, the surgery went very wrong. After the surgery, she suddenly realized she can't read or speak. Not only her language skills and memory had been wiped out, they did some exams on her and found out that her IQ had dropped to that of a second grader. She had to relearn how to read and speak, but she had officially been announced disabled and had to quit her successful career, which led her to depression. When I heard her story, I was really moved and offered to help her. She got in the movement and slowly started triple compounding for herself and her daughter. Soon, she became an active member of our Investiva community, started figuring the system out, and actually had fun with it. She slowly built her portfolio with my system without taking too much risk, built up her daughter's portfolio, and even won some of our Investiva awards. We see stories like this all the time in our community. So many kids are learning alongside their parents and have started triple compounding early, well on their way to 6 and 7 figures before they're out of college. How many of you wish your parents had set you up like that? How many of you are committed to breaking the generational cycle and instead creating generational wealth? Somebody say, I'm committed. Another interesting thing we found out is that many of our members do better if they are newbies because they have nothing to unlearn. So they trust the process, put in the work, and see success much faster. So far, I've shown you no Wall Street bro compounding, no reverse compounding, no sweat compounding, no guesswork compounding, no snail compounding, no math compounding, no hype compounding. Let's jump into secrets number 8 and 9, starting with no time compounding. How to become a profitable triple compounder spending just 1 hour per month, even if you're so busy. I don't know about you, but as a mom with a business to run and a team to manage, and between all the after school activities, which basically makes me feel like my daughter's personal driver, if I find any spare time, I prefer to just take some alone time or take a hot shower without getting interrupted. How many of you are just so busy that you barely found the time to watch this masterclass? Put a B in the comments if that's you. And congrats, by the way, for staying this long and paying attention. You've truly demonstrated that you're serious about becoming a triple compounder. And the thing is, we're all so busy. And if we find any spare time, we prefer to take a 5-minute nap, right? I get it. You're busy, I'm busy. So for most of you, you don't want to sacrifice nap time, yoga time, family time. And I don't want to give that up either. The first 2 points of the Investiva Diamond, capital and intentional, that I just showed you, are going to take a minimal amount to set up. And you only have to do it once a year or when something major happens in your life, like getting a raise, setting up a new business, having children, or buying a house. How many of you can see that this part is not an issue? Put a yes in the comments if you can see yourself following the steps that I just showed you, but you're worried that you have to be stuck to a screen all day and time the markets properly. When I first started triple compounding, I spent hours analyzing the market trends every day and reported them for big financial companies globally. But once I became a mom, my time became extremely limited. She took up 90% of my waking hours, and the other 10% I was completely exhausted. How many of you didn't get any sleep when you had kids? It was impossible to keep up the way that I used to. What I started to do instead of being stuck to my screen all day was to check the markets only once per day in just one of my 15-minute pumping sessions when my daughter was sleeping. So I went from hours per day to only having 15 minutes to manage my accounts. I eventually reduced this to once per week, and I actually saw better results. That is thanks to the second action you need to take with triple compounding: automate. Somebody say automate. That not only saves you time, but also eliminates your emotions. Here's how it works. I'm going to show you a snapshot of my system in action, although I've taken some things out to make it more simple. This is back in 2018, way before Tesla's stock split and all of the political jargon. On August 15, 2018, my system showed me that the price of Tesla stock could go down because this line, which is the price, broke below this green cloud here. Can you see it? Then it showed me that it could go down to as low as 262. Instead of constantly checking my charts to see when the price gets there, I simply told my broker's app that I want to buy at 262 whenever it reaches it. This is called a buy limit order. A what? Put in the comments. After I place a buy limit order, which literally takes less than a minute, I go about my day and forget about anything compounding. Then I get a notification that my order has been executed. Yay! What do I want to do now? I want to use my system to find a good price to sell the Tesla stock with profit. Again, this doesn't have to be immediate because remember, we're not day traders. I have plenty of time to take my next action. I monitor my system once a month. On October 25th, my system indicated that an optimal price to sell for a medium risk investment was at 327. I tell my app to sell at 327 and I go about my life. This is called a sell limit order. A what? Put in the comments. This means in just 12 months, I earned $65 per Tesla share. If you had bought 100 shares, you would have generated $6,500 on auto just like I did. If you do the math here, that is $1,300 per minute of my time. How many of you would like to make over $1,000 per minute? Put a yes in the comments if that's what you want. Now you get to put this money that you generated on auto and invest it back into a portfolio to accelerate. How many of you can see how the 3 actions in triple compounding work when it comes to investing in online financial assets? Somebody say generate, automate, accelerate. In my triple compounding live 2-day online event, I dive super deep in how you can do this with other investment assets as well. But that is beyond the scope of today's masterclass. From 2017 to 2025, my system created multiple opportunities on Tesla for me and our other members, allowing us to buy low, sell high repeatedly, accelerating our compounding by a combined 3,000% profit. If somebody had just bought Tesla and held on to it, they would have missed out on a significant amount of gains. This is how you can use my triple compounder system to generate an income within your portfolio, automate your strategy, and accelerate your profits in just 1 hour per month. Buy and sell limit orders are my secret weapon for triple compounding on a busy schedule. They're like using a crock pot. Set them, forget them, and then come back later and enjoy the profits. Let it compound over and over again. Using buy and sell limit orders, I do all of my investments in just 1 hour every month. During that time, I actually go live to share my investment strategies with our accelerators, and we mastermind about the markets. Our premium coaches then share our findings with our premium investing group, or the PIG members, so they can copy our moves too. And what this does is that it helps you automate and accelerate your triple compounder system. Isn't that amazing? If you've ever traded before, you might now be thinking, this kind of sounds like you're trying to time the market. Been there, done that, lost money, time, and my sanity. Let me tell you, you're right to be skeptical. There are a lot of so-called systems out there that promise freedom, but what they really mean is momentum trading, scalping, or some other really stressful strategy that has you glued to the charts like it's your full-time job. And if you've ever tried it, you know the truth. It's exhausting. You're constantly grinding, watching the tickers, panicking on red days. Let's get to secret number 9, no grind compounding, and talk about something nobody is talking about. And that is over 96% of retail traders lose money. I know this because I used to work at a retail brokerage firm on Wall Street, and I hate to say it, but these firms count on you losing. They designed the system to make that happen. Here's how they do it. 1, they'll give newbie traders a quick win, like a slot machine, so you get addicted. Number 2, you start trading more. 3, you use something called a stop loss because they tell you it's smart risk management. But guess who profits every single time your stop loss gets triggered? The broker. And don't even get me started on the emotional roller coaster, the anxiety, the chart stalking, the I'll just check one more time that turns into hours. That is not freedom. That is grinding. So what makes the triple compounder system different? We don't try to time the market. We don't day trade. We don't scalp. We don't hustle. We don't grind. We study historical market psychology, recognize repeatable emotional patterns, and price the market instead. Somebody say price in the chat, because while history doesn't repeat itself, it does rhyme. And when you understand those rhymes, you can set up automated systems to triple compound like a pro without needing to stare at your screen. We use long-term fundamentals, buy zones based on behavior, and simple automation setup that literally lets your money make babies on autopilot, just like I showed you in this masterclass. And I get it. Maybe you're thinking, but Kiana, I'm not techie. I'm scared I'm gonna mess this up. First off, setting this up is so easy. Even my 80-year-old dad, who doesn't even speak English properly, figured it out. And we have one of the most welcoming, supportive, vibrant, and encouraging communities you've ever been a part of, who want to see you win, and we're going to help you figure it all out. Second, let me tell you about one of our members who joined, and he was not only not techie, but he's an introvert and too shy to ask too many questions from our amazing community and coaches. He got in, figured things out so fast, and crushed it above 100K, but was embarrassed to even share that he's above 100K in profits. He said, I'm embarrassed, but I'm above 100K in profits. And it didn't end here. And of course, this might not happen for you, but in 2 short years, his portfolio passed $1 million. He DM'd me and said, Kiana, you're fantastic at what you do. You have changed my life, which in my opinion is the best compliment you can get. Isn't this amazing? How would you feel if you wake up to $1 million in your portfolio? Would you borrow against it to pay for your dream home like I did? Would you let it work for you and take the income it generates to go on a dream vacation? And then on the flip side, I get messages from people who watch this masterclass like you're doing right now, then decided not to follow the path, and are some of the most heartbreaking messages we get, like Michelle, who messaged me on Facebook and said, just made the biggest mistake of my life on WhatsApp. I'm literally crying, can't stop. I lost $45,000. I literally can't believe I fell for this. So desperate to help my family. Now this, I'm absolutely devastated. Wish I would have just stayed with the course. I'm so upset I can't even breathe. I can't face my children, let alone my husband. I have no idea what I'll do, except honestly, I feel like jumping off the tallest building. And she said, I truly appreciate your guidance. I should have listened. Reading heartbreaking messages like this makes me want to expand my mission so we prevent things like this to ever happen again to good people like Michelle. For me, the impact we've been able to make on thousands of people around the world by accelerating their financial freedom has been one of the most rewarding side effects of my journey. Seeing Diva wins like this is really the reason why I continue offering my system, because the fulfillment that we experience with the life-changing stories that we hear has made the whole Investiva community one of the most amazing places to be in. You can keep scrolling here and the testimonials seem not to have an end. Here's Heather, who joined broke 20K in 2020, and of course results are not typical, but she used a system to keep triple compounding based on her risk tolerance and broke above 500K in her portfolio in 2022. And her portfolio keeps compounding now on her behalf, which means she's doing pretty well on her financial freedom journey, because now she can borrow against her portfolio to pay for lump sum expenses while her portfolio keeps growing without having to pay taxes. Somebody say taxes. How would you feel if you were able to grow your portfolio to 100K, 400K, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million in the next decade on your own without paying commissions to money managers? Would you quit your job and work on something you're passionate about, like my husband and Tristan? Would you feel peace of mind like Misty and Heather? Would you fully fund the charity of your choice? Would you buy a private jet? Would you have a sense of peace like all of our members here? Somebody say peace in the comment. These are the exact steps our triple compounders typically go through inside our system. Every step here is critical to your success, and we built this in this exact order to help you succeed. This already has worked for thousands of our members, so we know it works. Right now, you're here at the Triple Compounding Masterclass, the free 2-hour session we sometimes refer to as TCM. And this is where we help you map out your path. Somebody say TCM in the chat. How many of you are feeling a little bit nervous, maybe even a bit overwhelmed, but you have hope they can actually make it happen? Put an H in the comments if you're hopeful. Congratulations, just by showing up, you've already started your financial freedom journey. How many of you are excited about what we just talked about? How many of you can actually see yourself doing what I just showed you, finally getting clarity, confidence, and control over your money and becoming an in control invest diva or divo? This is how you're gonna feel when you get in the triple compounder system, or as we call it, TCS. Somebody say TCS in the chat. How many of you are excited to let your transformation to officially begin and shift from just learning stuff to becoming the person who can actually get results? Somebody say results. That is what's going to happen when you join us at our next Triple Compounding Live 2.5-day online event, or as we call it, TCL. Somebody say TCL. This event is so transformational. Many of our members keep coming back over and over and over again because every time they step into a new version of themselves. Now, how would it feel to getting the generate phase of triple compounding working for you and then walk across the stage and receive your turquoise diamond award from me, just like Grace, Michelle, and hundreds of others? Somebody say generate. And then automating your triple compounding system and then getting your silver diamond award, just like Mandy, Sam, Sophia, and Heather. Somebody say automate. And then what if you continued accelerating your triple compounder system, hit your golden diamond award, and finally achieved that deep sense of peace, power, and freedom, just like Tanya and Ed? Wouldn't it feel amazing? This is only possible with a triple compounder system. Now, on the flip side, how many of you are feeling a little bit overwhelmed because I was going way too fast and covered so much? I'm sure to many of you, this is what I looked like during this masterclass. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that if you followed this, if you did what I showed you in the first few secrets today, downloaded a broker app like Robinhood, identified your risk tolerance, calculated your financial freedom number, and then followed what I talked about in secret number 4, when asset picking and create a strategy unique to your risk tolerance using the 5 steps of the Investiva Diamond analysis, and analyze the markets from a fundamental and sentimental and technical point, and then you place a buy and sell limit order exactly when my weird Japanese indicator told you to do so without falling for Wall Street bro clickbait, do you think you can be successful? Yes? How many of you would like to collect all of these awards along the way? I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars going through Certified Financial Planner Program, Chartered Market Technician Program, the CMT, Financial Educators Council, spending years and years digesting all of their intimidating vocabulary and compiling them into a simple process anybody can understand. I interned for free on Wall Street, worked with the best at the New York Stock Exchange, and of course, lost a ton of money in trial and error, which brings the whole thing into well over $100,000 spent. Actually, if you consider the missed out opportunity on compounding, that brings this to $1 million. How many of you want to figure out my system right now so you can start triple compounding right now? Somebody say now in the comments. And here's a trick question. How many of you would prefer to spend time on trial and error, figuring things out on your own, and in the meantime, miss out on compounding your money and potentially lose a bunch of money just like the other 96% of traders who lose their family's money and more in the financial markets? Nobody, right? That is why I know it's my obligation to share with you what I learned the hard way so I can help you get to where I am today faster without all the stress and the money loss and the missed opportunities in compounding. Because I've also hired a full house team of coaches who are dedicated to supporting you along the way. That is what the Investivo movement is all about. And I'm curious, do you think we can help you take control of your financial future and become your own money manager and stop reverse compounding? Do you think we can help you start triple compounding faster and easier without wasting your valuable time on trial and error? Yes? So would it be helpful if I shared with you how you can get help from me and my team? And if you're not interested, that's totally fine. You'll still get my risk management toolkit and you can go figure things out on your own. But if you're interested, please let me know in the chat box. And while you let me know, as I promised before, I'm going to show a video of a few of our members who have reached their goals with our system. I'll show you some more videos of our members towards the end of this presentation. So type I'm interested in the comments if you're interested to hear how we can help you. And I'll catch up with those of you who are ready to start their financial freedom journey right after this testimonial video.
Just in 2 years since I met Kiana, I'm sitting at like 400K in investments.
My name is Sam. I'm a retired CPA.
The investment I've made in a program, I've already made that back through investing. I've already reached the 100K portfolio level.
As of close of market yesterday, I had a $1 million Viva portfolio.
My name is Philip Thomas. All you have to do is focus on the power course.
From that, I was able to make it to 100K.
This is such, this is such a level.
If you are ever in limbo, sitting on the fence, wondering whether this is something for you or not, coming from a person who started off with no tools, no prior knowledge, this stuff actually works.
And hopefully I can inspire everybody that this is all possible for them as well.
I'll never have to worry about money ever again.
I'm Sophia and I am a violin maker, and joining the Investivo movement is the best thing that could ever happen to me. I start from nothing and now after 6 months my portfolio is $75,000. So I have all my selection of stock that I manage how to learn how to buy them, how to choose them using the IDVA, and all the analysis that I just learned with the Kiana and all the Investivo team. And I need to thank Kiana, and if you have any doubt, just go and do it because that's the best thing you could ever do.
In July of 2024, I achieved my $1 million portfolio. I didn't think I could have achieved 1 million. I thought 100K was a stretch. $1 million was so far off. I still can't believe it, to be honest. Like, I still wake up in the morning and I'm like, oh, this is my portfolio. This is real. My name is Tanya Rideout. Very happenstance that I found Kiana. I was looking for how to invest, so I was trying to figure out how to do it on my own. I was watching YouTube, reading articles, and it wasn't clicking. Facebook clearly picked up on my search algorithms because they dropped an ad for Kiana, and I was like, oh, who is this quirky chick trying to teach me how to invest? So I saw a free masterclass. I was like, yes, sign me up. I felt like she was authentic, and it was like for the first time, this seemed doable to me. It seemed like this was something that I could achieve. And so I immediately bought her course, and the rest is history. When I was first getting started, I remember one of Kiana's initial requests was to say, hey, drop it in the Facebook group, where do you want to be in 3 years? And say it like you've already achieved it, right? So ironically, I still have this hanging up on my wall just as a reminder of what's possible. And my 3-year goal, it says on April 25th, 2024, I have achieved a $100,000 portfolio and I feel happy and grateful. And I remember Kiana responded, said, great, what would it take for you to achieve that in 6 months? And I was like, whoa. Like, to me, thinking 100,000 in 3 years, that seemed like a big stretch to me. When she said that, I immediately turned to my husband and I was like, okay, Kiana just challenged me to do my 3-year goal in 6 months. And my husband just scoffed and he's like, oh, you could never do that, which made me all the more determined. He thought I was crazy for buying the course to start with because it was very out of character for me. I just felt like this was the answer, right? This was the answer, this was the path forward, and I'm so glad that I did. And I went through the power course very quickly. I did everything that she told me to. I purchased every program that she offered, which she has amazing live events, in-person events, virtual events on Zoom. I just did everything, and I did it as quickly and aggressively as possible, and the results spoke for themselves. But the tools that she teaches, you can really pick and choose the ones that are best for your investment strategy to help you get and achieve your goals even faster. In 2024, my original goal was 100K, and instead, in 2024, what I achieved was 1 million. So I 10x'd my original goal. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you it's not. We have members that have been following her for years and that just now decided to click the purchase button, and I'm like, do you know how much you have missed out on by not doing this years ago? And that's how I feel, because had I not gotten started 3 years ago, I'd be at square one, you know, because I never would have done it on my own. I never would have had that confidence. Just give yourself a chance. You know, I bought this course for a few $1,000s and my portfolio is now $1 million. It has 100% transformed not just me, not just my family, but my entire life in ways I had never even imagined.
Cool. I can see somebody here with me in the chat. And if you don't think we can help you, that's fine too. And right now would be another good time to leave. You'll still get your freebies. But if you're like, girl, tell me what you got, I want to work with you, then I'm very excited to tell you why I think this is going to be the right path for you. And we're going to get to your questions towards the end of this masterclass too. But you need zero experience doing this. In fact, we often notice that having less experience is better because there is nothing to unlearn. We see it over and over again that having less experience can help you follow the path easier and make more money. If you're more experienced, you'll be able to do this without taking too much risk and can create a strategy that is just right for you and for your unique risk tolerance, financial situation, and financial goals. It works in any economic condition, whether it's a recession, high inflation, low inflation, wars, or extreme market volatility. You can do this as fast as you want, like Tristan, who did it in 3 days, or you can take your time and go at your own pace. You get to take advantage of the volatility, automate your compounding, save time in the process, create additional income streams, and take back control from the Wall Street bro game with confidence. You get to keep on generating, automating, and accelerating your portfolio and get ahead in the triple compounding game. Somebody say, get ahead. And you may have missed out on the past 20 years of compounding, but right now there are new compounding opportunities that you cannot afford to miss out on. So if you want to work with us, there are 2 ways to get started. Option 1, get our most popular Make Your Money Work For You Power Course only. This means you'll learn all of this stuff and implement everything yourself. Option 2, and what I'm very excited to share with you, is our triple compounder system. This includes access to our experienced team and everything we've already built to help you every step of the way so you can start your triple compounding journey immediately. Another cool thing I'm excited to share, if your portfolio is right now below $100 million, you're eligible for our financial freedom grant to get in the triple compounder system. How many of you are not yet at $100 million portfolio level? Type grant in the comments. And congratulations, if that's you, you're eligible for the grant. So give yourselves a hand for being in the right place at the right time. I'll tell you how much it is and how it works in about 15 minutes. So with the Power Course only option, which you cannot get the grant with this one because it's just education, but you will get our best-selling Make Your Money Work For You Power Course. Somebody say Power Course. Week 1, you're going to dive deep in your finances and decide exactly where you want to go and in what time frame. Week 2, you're going to determine the speed at which you want to triple compound. Week 3, set up your triple compounder system. Week 4, go asset picking. Week 5, buy low, sell high. Week 6, gauge the market sentiment and go against the market noise. And by the time you're done, you're going to know how to beat the Wall Street bros at their own game without spending too much time, even if you're super busy. This is by far one of the best and the most complete and easy to digest education on making your money work for you. All All of these modules are available online instantly. Many of our members have finished the entire course in just 3 days. The cool thing is you can go at your own pace. Our current record breaker is a busy physician who finished all of this in just 2 days, or you can go as slowly as you need. And when you join in today, you get a lifetime access. We do encourage you to complete it quickly because how soon do you want to start triple compounding? The faster, the better, right? Time is the most important component in compounding. And you get instant access to the power course for, are you ready for me to reveal your investment amount for this? Yes? Awesome. You get instant access for only $9,997. And the reason I say only $9,997 is because this is the same power course that thousands of our members started with to begin their journey to financial freedom, with many hitting their 6- and 7-figure milestones in only 6 months as they continued with our system. And I'm not saying this will happen for you, but the even better news is that they didn't have to pay me any commissions. We are not money managers who mismanage your money and then charge you a commission. We teach you how to do this on your own. You invest in yourself to learn the skill that they didn't teach you at school and reap the benefits for the years to come. Isn't that awesome? So your first option is to get the power course only, and that will be $9,997 investment in yourself today. With a triple compounder system, or as we call it, TCS, it is going to be a higher investment, but the good news is you can take advantage of the financial freedom grant if your portfolio is not yet at $100 million. And we do have a payment plan available that we can talk about in a little bit, so this decision becomes even more of a no-brainer for you. With the triple compounder system, you not only get the Make Your Money Work For You power course, you also get 3 months free of our Premium Investors Smart Pick Pro that allows you to go asset picking aligned with your risk tolerance. You also get 3 months free to our instant market screeners that is designed to save you time and speed up your financial planning process. On top of that, when you get in the triple compounder system today, you're also going to get all of our current investment strategies so you don't fall for online clickbait and pump and dumps. That is what happened to me back when I lost my whole savings following the market noise. Remember? Literally my heart sank when I blew up my portfolio. It's like the worst feeling anybody can experience with their hard-earned cash, and I don't want you to ever feel that way. Most investors pay a premium to all of these Wall Street companies to get a throw up of information that may or may not be right for them. And the total cost for professional investors typically is a minimum of $20,000 per year. I don't want you to have to subscribe to a whole bunch of Wall Street bro websites that are going to confuse you with unnecessary information overload. I am paying this cost so you don't have to, and so that you can put that money towards your investments instead. Would that be helpful? That is why when you invest in yourself today and take advantage of the grant, I'm going to give you a free 3-month membership to our premium investing group, which is kind of like cheating and getting the answers directly from our premium coaches. And it helps you speed up building your triple compounder system by getting exactly what you need rapidly. So you're going to get direct live access to our premium coaches each week. That includes step-by-step strategy calls, analyzing your assets calls, live Q&A Zoom calls, hot market trend Zoom calls, and on top of that, Kiana Danielle's rapid fire quarterly Zoom calls. Every quarter, I do a rapid fire session where I quickly go through as many of your questions as possible and help you accelerate your portfolio. As you know, I charge my private clients $25,000 per hour. You also get premium investing group membership access and all of our past recordings. The total value of this is $26,588, and we charge $397 per month for people who are not in the triple compounder system. But when you get in TCS today, you get access to this for free. Isn't that amazing? Not only do you get 3 months free access to all of this, and you get to start jumping on all of these live Zoom calls, you'll get the recordings of all of the previous Zoom sessions so you can get started right now, today. And as you set up your triple compounder system, you don't ever have to feel alone, stuck, or confused. We're here live every week to help you. What's even cooler is that after 3 months, you get a ginormous premium discount. Somebody say premium to stay with us at just $97 per month. If you're interested to continue your triple compounding journey with us, one of our biggest claims to fame is that 79% of our members stay in the premium investing group for years. This is way higher than industry average, and that's because our members see so much value that far exceeds their monthly investment. Like Penny, who said this is well worth the time and investment, that our system saves you reading at least 50 books, is a course unlike unlike any other and was exactly what she needed to get into to taking action in all of her financial affairs. Or Paula, who said, I now feel confident building my own portfolio. Before Investive, I had no idea what the world of investing was about. It was intimidating and scary. I feel confident placing trades and building my portfolio. And this is Lorraine, who started with us in October and by January was at 75% return on her investment in less than a year of doing this. This is literally 10 times better performance than the market average. Obviously, results are not typical, and that's why she says the lesson here is never lose sight of your goal to financial freedom, no matter what kind of curveball the universe throws your way. And you might not do as well as Lorraine, and 75% return in a year might not even happen for you. But even if you completely screwed it up, do you think you can follow the steps that I just showed you to get on the right path to financial freedom? Somebody type a yes in the chat. And while results do vary, boom, here's Esteban. He's a music teacher, joined us, and after just 2 weeks, he took to the premium investing group and said, my portfolio is sitting above $64,000. He said, my latest asset is working hard for me while I sleep. I would like to thank all of the coaches and Kiana Danielle for helping me achieve this incredible milestone in such a short amount of time. What in the what? How would you feel if you joined today and in only 2 weeks, you see results like this? And in addition to 3 months free of the premium investing group and with all of the live Zoom calls with our premium coaches and the Smart Pick Pro and the Instant Market Screener. And of course, you're also getting the whole Make Your Money Work For You power course that has everything you need to learn all about personal finance, investing in online financial markets, and creating financial freedom for yourself and for your family. So here we have it. And the total value so far is $12,282. Once your portfolio starts compounding, the next question becomes, how do I fuel it even faster without sacrificing more time? That is exactly how I felt before when I first started triple compounding and saw the power of it. I got so excited to fuel it to work for me even faster. So I decided to learn all the income ninja hacks some of the best in the world had to offer so I can fuel my triple compounder system. I went deep, investing over $2 million into elite masterminds, strategic advisors, and private consulting to learn how the top 1% create income streams that don't just pay, they compound. I distilled the best of what I learned into what I now call income ninja hacks. This includes strategies to generate high leverage automated revenue streams, tools to help you move excess cash into intelligent income engines, frameworks to maximize ROI on time, capital, and effort. These aren't side hustles. They are scalable, semi-passive income structures for high-earning professionals and business owners who want their money to move faster while they stay focused on what they do best. This is an entire phase of the triple compounding system that I go deep into during the triple compounding live event. But today you're getting the core framework as a part of your stack. How many of you would like to have a couple of extra automated income streams so you can set it up once and then sit on your butt and the income just keeps coming in and keeps compounding? Somebody say me in the chat. Awesome. That is why I included my income ninja hacks in the triple compounder system. Isn't that awesome? And once you master the system, you'll unlock the opportunity to become an official triple compounder specialist. This is a designation reserved for our most elite wealth leaders. This isn't about adding a line to your resume, but it's about elevating your authority in a network of high-level investors who don't just grow wealth, they multiply it. As a certified triple compounder, you'll gain access to exclusive publishing and speaking opportunities, priority features on our platforms, and high leverage affiliate structures where some of our partners generate $20,000 per month or more passively. But more importantly, you'll become the investor other investors turn into. Type 20K plus if you're ready to be recognized not just for what you built, but for who you help become free next. As you saw before, all of our members are making all of this money, and that actually created a new problem for them: capital gains taxes. So I had to throw in a new bonus to the program, the secret tax loopholes. I consulted with my best accountants, and they guide you on how to legally reduce your taxes, and the money that you save on taxes can again become additional contributions to your portfolio so you can compound even faster. And yes, many of these strategies are applicable to many Western countries, including Canada, the UK, Australia, and the US. And the cool thing is I dive even deeper into all phases of triple compounding in our triple compounding live 2.5-day online event that I was telling you about that we call TCL for short. Somebody say TCL in the chat. This is where I personally help you implement the exact strategy I use to go from living paycheck to paycheck to building an 8-figure net worth, and introduce you to the new version of you who can use all of these tools and get real results. Somebody say results in the chat. The VIP experience of Triple Compounding Live is where it's at. You get live Q&A with myself, live Q&A with special guests, hot seats to help you personally, prizes up to $10,000, and so many more surprises for a total value of $26,994. The regular public VIP ticket price is $997, but when you get in the Triple Compounder system today, you get 2 VIP tickets for our upcoming Triple Compounding Live event, so you and somebody you love can attend the VIP experience for free. Isn't that amazing? The reason we're giving an extra VIP ticket away for free is because data shows that people who attend with somebody else tend to get 3 times the results. How much? 3 times. How many of you would like to get 3x results? Type 3x in the chat. This is where so much transformation happens in just 2.5 days that people keep joining over and over and over and over again. And when you get in the Triple Compounder system today, you get to attend the next Triple Compounding Live online event with your BFF or your partner as a VIP absolutely free. All you have to do is to tell my support team who you're bringing, and they'll add them to the VIP list for free. And with everything that I just showed you, you get all our trainings, you get all our support, you get all of the results with most of the path already paved for you. Somebody say paved. So what you're going to do here in just a minute is you're going to get started with the Triple Compounder system. Then you're going to join the next Triple Compounding Live or TCL event as a VIP and invite your BFF for free. You can see the next available dates and times for this once you get in TCS, and then generate, automate, and accelerate your journey to financial freedom. The most important thing here is that we're going to support you and help you every single step of the way. This is a do it together program, meaning you're never going to be alone on your financial freedom journey. Kelly says the additional personal support from the coaches has made all of the difference in my understanding of the material. They are so generous with their knowledge and truly want us to succeed. Thank you. Mike says our investment in Kiana has paid for itself many times over. Thanks, Kiana. This is Tina, who sent a snapshot of her portfolio on Robinhood to my assistant and said, I cannot believe in less than a year, it went from 0 to 163K. I opened up my portfolio last year in August after following Kiana's advice on her TCL. I am super thrilled and I cannot thank you all enough. I'm forever indebted to Kiana and her team. You are all the best and I can't thank you enough for changing my life. Love you all. This is why I continue doing what I do. No amount of money compares to the fulfillment I feel when I get messages like this and when I celebrate our members hitting their milestones. We actually have many more members who reach these milestones but prefer to keep their privacy. So that's why here we only feature a few who are motivated to share their wins, not to impress, but to inspire others. And I'm forever thankful for them. This is for you if you're already investing and you want to start triple compounding, accelerate your portfolio, take less risk, and spend less time on your financial freedom journey. Or if you've never invested before and want to get set up immediately, which you can do from anywhere in just 1 hour per month and set yourself up for financial freedom for the generations to come. So when you take advantage of the grant and invest in the triple compounder system today, you're going to get the Make Your Money Work for You Power Course, $9,997 value, 3 months free Smart Pick Pro, $997 value, 3 months free Instant Market Screener, $97 value, 3 months free Premium Investing Group, the PIG, $1,191 value. You're going to get my Income Ninja Hacks to add on to your income streams, $5,997 value. You're going to get your Triple Compounder Specialist Certification, $5,997 value. You're going to get my Secret Tax Loopholes that is going to help you reduce your capital gain taxes. And you get 2 VIP tickets to Triple Compounding Live so that we can dive deep into all of this with your BFF, $1,994 value. The total value so far is $27,497. This is Nicole, who first got in with her husband as newlyweds, and she said, my husband and I just bought our new home thanks to you. Not only the Power Course is phenomenal, the Premium Investing Group rocks too. What a great team, responsive, customer focused, and kind. What a kind and generous company to share their valuable intelligence for such a fair cost. The Triple Compounder system works for any experience level in all countries, works for all financial assets, including stocks, crypto, options, bonds, futures, and even Forex. And it includes the Power Course, the certification, the Smart Pick Pro, Instant Market Screener, Income Ninja Hacks, tax loopholes, 3 months free membership to the Premium Investing Group with all of the live coaching sessions, Zoom calls, and community. You get lifetime access to all of our trainings, and you get to join our next Triple Compounding Live as a VIP with a friend. Everything you need to start your triple compounding journey that Wall Street bros have been gatekeeping from us, so that you can generate more income, automate your investments, and accelerate your portfolio to achieve financial freedom for yourself and your family when you can actually enjoy it, not when you're 100 years old. And yes, this works for any age group, from 12-year-olds like my nephews to 85-year-olds like my dad, who just started doing this 5 years ago with my guidance. You've seen everything included, that the total value is over $27,000, and for many of our clients, it's been worth 10x that and more. But here's a question I want you to ask yourself. If all this did was help you deploy your cash more intelligently into a system that compounds without requiring more of your time, would it be worth a $27,000 investment? If you're a high-level professional, you know that time is infinitely more valuable than money, right? If all this did was help you reallocate just a fraction of your income into tax-optimized, high-leverage vehicles, so you could retain more, reinvest more, and rely on your portfolio, not just your business, for financial peace, would it be worth $27K? If all this did was eliminate decision fatigue, so you no longer had to second guess market timing, portfolio rebalancing, or investment selection, because it was all automated to grow your wealth with precision, would that be worth a $27K investment? If all this did was set up multi-generational systems to protect and grow your family's capital without relying on Wall Street or hoping for a liquidity event to save you, would that be worth it? If all this did was finally close the gap between your income and your compounding power, would that be worth a $27K? Somebody say, finally. After all, you've likely spent a lot more than that on taxes that you could have avoided. This is not just an investment. This is an optimization decision, a velocity decision, a legacy decision. If all this did was help you become our next turquoise diamond award winner, our next silver diamond award winner, our next golden diamond award winner, would it be worth a $27K investment? Yes? Keep in mind that these awards are not just one-time gross income. These are investment portfolios that continue to triple compound and grow even bigger for the years to come on your journey to financial freedom, and you don't have to pay me any commissions. If I can help you automate a portfolio that is going to keep triple compounding for the decades to come, would you give me a $27K? It's only fair, right? And I know I would invest in my family's freedom a lot more than just a $27K. And rest assured, our accelerators and my exclusive diamond members are investing $70K and $250,000 per year to be in our systems. Why? Because they understand that investing in yourself is the real first step in triple compounding. When you compound your investments in yourself, you become the value asset. You become the triple compounder, because you become somebody who can generate, automate, and accelerate. How awesome is it going to be if you become the triple compounder? Super awesome, right? That is the definition of being financially independent. That is the definition of being financially free. So you can see why this is a good investment at its regular amount of $27,497, right? And you already saw that the Power Course only option was an amazing deal at $9,997. But as I told you at the beginning, we are offering a financial freedom grant. So if your portfolio right now is less than $100 million, you're going to get an instant discount of $25,500, bringing your entire investment to one-time investment of only $1997. What you need to do right now is click on that button that just popped up and get started. And we do have a payment plan available. But even with the one-time payment, if you were to pay this off in 1 year, that will be only $5 per day that you're probably already spending on things like your breakfast coffee muffin, your dinner glass of wine. Think to yourself, what are you spending about $5 per day right now? The difference here is, instead of getting spent, today's one-time investment will pay you dividends and compound exponentially for the rest of your life and for the generations to come, so you can drink as many cups of coffee and glasses of wine per day for the generations to come. It is called delayed gratification, and it's a lifestyle choice. Somebody say choice in the comments. And for the action takers who enroll in the triple compounder system within the next 45 minutes, how many minutes? Put in the comments. 45 minutes. I'm adding a priceless bonus, which may very well be the biggest bonus in the history of bonuses, to guarantee that you get results fast without getting overwhelmed with all the information that you're going to get in the triple compounder system. And that is, are you ready? Up to 3 personal one-on-one calls with one of our premium coaches in the next 3 months. 0 additional cost. These are our top-of-the-line premium coaches who can help you set everything rapidly in a private one-on-one setting so you can start triple compounding without any delays. Isn't that amazing? Our accelerators pay $70,000 to get this personalized support. But because I really want to make sure that the action takers who this presentation really spoke to got everything right and are on the right track to success, when you get in today, within the next 45 minutes, you get up to 3 live one-on-one calls for 3 months at 0 additional dollars so you can move up the success ladder at the fastest rate possible. You might be a total beginner, intermediate, or advanced investor. You might be in the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, Middle East, Africa, anywhere else in the world. So the path to success for you might be different. I recommend that you book your first call right after you get in today so you know exactly which material is right for you and get your results fast without wasting time. And then another one in a couple of weeks to make sure you're still on the right track and get your personal questions answered. These free calls do expire in 3 months. So if you don't cash them in, you'd have to pay $70K per year to access them. We offer this personalized support so that you get 10 times more the value out of the triple compounder system compared to what you put in. The best time to start triple compounding was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The more you wait, the more you're going to miss out. So today we're offering you as much value as possible so you can get on with your triple compounding like yesterday. Obviously, you can tell that the difference this bonus makes is night and day, but our premium coaches only have so much time in a day. So I'm reserving this for those action takers who know they want this, who know they want to accelerate their financial freedom, because those are the driven people we like to work with. If that's you, I give you permission. Go to triplecompounder.com, fill out the form, and get started so you start your financial freedom journey with confidence. I'm going to throw in a bunch of other bonuses in a little bit for those who get in today because I don't want any excuses from you. I know that every single one of you is capable of changing your life when you invest today, and I want to feature you the next time I do this presentation. So click that button, go to triplecompounder.com, and while you do that, listen to some of our members who were just in your seats not too long ago.
I was like, well, if they can do it, surely I can do it as well. So I got in with the system and I was blown away with the quality and the depth of the education and the support provided as well. And I thought, you know what, I can finally trust the process. I'd finally found, after all these years of searching, the coach that I was looking for, a coach that I trusted and respected, a coach who shared a similar life vision to me, a coach who was passionate and able to make the concepts taught in the course really fun and engaging so we can actually understand them in a really easy way. And this allowed me, to be honest, to blast through this course with super excitement in just 3 days because I wanted to get it done. I wanted to get my money working for me fast. So 6 months in, having quickly reached the 100K portfolio that you can see behind me, I'd made the decision to hand my notice in to my almost 21-year corporate employer, and I quit my job. All my corporate friends and colleagues thought I was absolutely mad. I think they still do to this day. They probably don't understand. And just 18 short months later, I had built my total portfolio to over 500K, as you can see with the award behind me. Now I've got the life balance I was dreaming of, and I've been able to take my wife and my kids away on some incredible trips around Europe and around the world. Both of our sons, now aged 10 and 14, each have a 5-figure investment portfolio because, again, we've taught them the concepts here as well. And that's set them up for life. And as a parent, the peace of mind that comes with knowing that your children's financial future is secure, I can't tell you, it's absolutely priceless.
By just seeing how many people received awards and some made $1 million, that's a proof that it's really working for everyone.
It's all a choice. It's not an obligation. You're not obligated to overpay in taxes. You're not obligated to stay living in an apartment and not having your dream house. None of that is an obligation, it's a choice. So make the right choice. Invest in yourself. People who are successful make decisions quickly and they change their minds slowly. But more importantly, if you delay now, you're just pushing it down the road to later. Eventually, something will have to change in you in order for you to change what's outside of you, which is your financial situation. And so, take the leap. Trust the success of others.
Biggest win, I think, is that I retired my mom. that just means the most to me, that I've really helped set my family on a path to wealth and success. It's not just about me. I'm so grateful for this experience. I never would have thought in 2 years that I would be where I am today.
The private premium coaching bonus that I just threw in that is going to expire in about 40 minutes. How many minutes? 40 minutes. It's kind of like learning how to drive or learning how to ski. Without the coaching, it's kind of like watching a bunch of training videos and then going on top of the mountain and attempting to come down the double black diamond on your own. How many of you know what's going to happen if you do that? Worst case scenario, you're going to look like this guy. And the best case scenario, you're going to go down super slow, mainly sliding on your butt and taking forever to get down, wasting your ticket, ruining your clothes, and potentially losing your interest in ever doing this ever again. But with the help, you're going to get inside the triple compounder system. You're going to come out victorious in no time as long as you commit. Somebody say commit. And so if all of this was not enough, here's the thing. I know this is possible for you no matter where you are in the world. And as long as you have access to Wi-Fi, you can make this happen. And our members are seeing real success. And I don't want you to have any excuses because I'm on a mission to help 1 million families take control of their financial future. So I'm going to sweeten this up for you even more if you haven't already flocked to the order form yet. I'm going to throw in a bunch more bonuses. Somebody say bonuses in the comments if you want more bonuses. Bonuses, put in the comments. First, I know that some of you might be wondering if this is a really good time to get in. What if there's another recession? Or some stocks are at all-time high right now. Did I miss out? The short answer is yes, there will be another recession. And no, you didn't miss out. There is a cycle in the market. We see a drop in market prices almost every single year, and then a deeper recession every 8 to 12 years. Each asset class have their own cycle. And that is why I don't only invest in stocks. In fact, I doubled my money and made $10,000 in 1 month during the 2008 market crash before I knew any of these things. Recessions actually make the most millionaires because you can buy awesome assets at a lower price and then you keep on compounding for the years to come. That is why when you get in today, you're also going to get my volatility proofing hack so you make your money work for you long term in triple compound without losing sleep at night every time you hear a geopolitical horror. This has everything you need to know so that every time the markets go under or reaches a new high, you can capitalize on that and continue compounding. So what else do you need to be successful? You already have lifetime access to all of my trainings. You're going to get access to all of my investment strategies in real time, have access to the premium investing group to ask any questions you might have and find the support and the community that you need to reach your goals. You even have private sessions with our premium coaches. But what if you found an asset and wanted to create unique investment strategies right away and invest in it on your own without wasting time? When you invest in yourself today, you're also going to get my Ultimate Investors Toolkit, which has all of the resources you need to invest and is going to save you time from falling into traps. So you can make investments that are perfect for you and only for you. And this is important because you can ignore all the market noise and make safe and sound decisions every single time. This includes a profitability calculator, risk assessment calculator, budgeting calculator, investment indicators, all of my favorite investing sites and resources, and so much more. If this sounds amazing to you, I give you permission, go to triplecompounder.com or click on that button and get in right now. This is Grace, who started with the Power Course and went from being a 1K diva to 10K diva, and then she flew all the way from Australia to celebrate her 100K award, reaching her goals one after another, and she kept on leveling up. And that is just the beginning for her. Just a couple years ago, she was where you are right now. Can you imagine how you'd feel reaching your goals one after another, just like Grace? How would you feel when you come to Invest Diva Live and accept your Diamond Award from me and take a photo with me just like this? Let that sink in, because I'm planning to give these awards to at least 5,000 people in the next 10 years, and I want you to be one of them. And so here's where I want to help you make a decision. Any decision. My life won't change if you buy this course or not. The reason I'm still here is because I know some of you might be overwhelmed, and I know that overwhelm doesn't come from having too much to do. It comes from indecision. Somebody say indecision. I'm here to help you make a decision and then make that decision right, the way triple compounders do. And the important thing to realize here is that when you're looking for financial freedom, there are only 2 decisions they need to make. How many decisions? 2. Number 1 is that now that you have seen the value of triple compounding, you need to decide if you want to start triple compounding so you can get on the right track to becoming work optional and financially free faster. Somebody say faster. Because if you're still here and you feel like triple compounding is not your thing, no big deal. All good. Hopefully you at least learned something. But if you've been here the past couple of hours and the light bulb went off and you're like, I need to start triple compounding, it's important that you make a real decision. Somebody say decision. Don't waste your time and just kind of like lollygag around. As Napoleon Hill says, the most important trait of successful people is that they make fast decisions. So right now, decide yes or decide no, but make a real decision. Put a yes in the comments if you're committed to using triple compounding to become financially free. Then the second thing you need to decide is if you want to get help from me and my team to get results even faster. If yes, then make that happen. So you get all of the fast action bonuses. And if no, then make sure you're completely at peace with your decision. You have got to evaluate your investments through the eyes of wealthy people and ultimately only have two resources that you have to invest. You have your time and you have your money. Probably I don't have to ask you this, but which one is more important, time or money? Put in the comments. Right? Time. And some of you are saying time is money. And the funny thing is, because so many of you say time, and yet I see so many successful people, so many driven people holding so tight to their money, willing to waste so much time just to save a little bit of money without realizing that time is infinitely more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can never take back time. In fact, self-made wealthy people become wealthy, become financially free because they spend as much money as possible to save as much time as possible. Why? Because the most important ingredient in compounding is time. With triple compounding, that becomes even more important. Delay is the enemy of compounding. So give yourselves a hand, first of all, for not allowing social media to distract you and steal your time. And congratulations for being here and for paying attention. And I know how hard it is. So go ahead. Pat yourself on the shoulder. And the good news is you get to choose. You get to decide. In this moment, you can decide that enough is enough. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of making good income but having nothing to show for it. I'm tired of having all this money and still not feeling free. I'm tired of being stuck. I'm ready to choose and become my future self now. I'm ready to transform, because if you're not ready to take some massive action in your life, nothing is going to change. And I'm certainly the walking proof of taking action and getting results. And I want to help you achieve the same things. So if you want to take a massive action, if you want to join us, here's what I need to do. I give you permission. Click on that button or go to triplecompounder.com and get yourself signed up. If you have any questions, ask our team here in the chat. They're here to help you because I know this is possible. Everybody has a different dream, but I want you to go and get yours. It worked for Tristan, it worked for Tanya, Mary, Sophia, Esteban, Anna, Grace, Heather, Ed, and Missy, and I know it will work for you too. Would you like to become my next success story? Yes? Then open up that tab, click on that button, or go to www.triplecompounder.com and get yourself signed up. The most important thing of this is that we're going to support you and help you every single step of the way. This is a do it together program, meaning you're never going to be alone on your financial freedom journey. Have you ever bought a course you were super excited about, and then after a week, it just became an open tab on your computer or an incomplete item on your to-do list? We don't want that to happen to you because we want you to get results. That is our main goal. That is why included with the premium investing group is the Diamond Accountability Partnership. We're a group of driven professionals all helping each other get further faster, and where our coaches hold you accountable to complete each point of the diamond as you go through the system so that you can create your unique triple compounding strategy as fast as possible. Here's one of our nurse members who said, I made 280K total last year, doubled what I made last year. Now I have so much needed capital for the rest of the year. Here is Desaya, who shared her personal and kids portfolios have grown to over 16K in less than a year. Melissa shared a detailed breakdown of her portfolio and said, decided to take some profits today and then got curious where I stood with profit appreciation as of today. $66,000 in profit and appreciation thanks to what I have learned in this group and course. Thank you, Kiana Danielle, and she listed all of our premium coaches here for all you do for us. And here's one of our top contributors inside our premium investment group that you're about to join. And she is one of our many members from Eurozone who shared her portfolio reaching above 100K euro, officially becoming a member of the 100K Diamond Club. For those of you who are like me and need to see actual examples of how things are done in real life, you're also going to get my Black Book of Investments with real life examples of my low, medium, and high risk investments all with video walkthroughs to make it faster and easier for you to recognize the right investments for you when you see one and the red flags when they pop up. If you look at other competing programs, they'll charge you $6,000 per year for the same stuff they're going to get in just this bonus number 4 alone.
I lost a lot of money. I lost $250,000. And so Kiana helped me press the reset button, regain control, regain my self-confidence to where I could start over. I'm a chief financial officer at Hendry Regional Medical Center in Clewiston, Florida.
I started the course with zero financial literacy, and I have grown so much. And I would like to empower the same people in my shoes for their future financial growth. I am a medic by profession, spent more than the last 10 years in surgery and surgery for kids.
I've been able to grow my portfolio already $50,000 in about 6 to 8 weeks. I'm a widowed mom of 3 boys that just recently took over my portfolio, and I'm studying the stock market to continue accelerating and growing the profits.
Before I met Kiana and her team, Investiva, I had zero any financial knowledge. Now it has been a while that I have been with the team and I'm learning investing specifically. I am not only confident into my own personal financial journey, but also like not just stocks, crypto, swing trading. You can see the confidence in which I have to be able to invest in all these things. And I work at the Microsoft headquarters in Redmond as a software engineer.
And for those of you who get in the system within the next 30 minutes, I'm going to throw in a special bonus, a mastermind that my friend and Wall Street veteran did for a special group of our members. And he went through his 5 key elements of successful trader psychology. Rick Bensignor is a capital markets portfolio consultant for big hedge funds and does corporate trainings for Wall Street professionals. So you will not be able to get in touch with him unless you're $1 million hedge fund. But if you act right now, you'll get one of his best masterminds for free. Isn't that awesome? Like you were still doubting that, oh my gosh, can I do this? And then bam, I'll give you all the preparation you need to reach your goals and make this your reality. This bonus is only for the people who invest today within the next 30 minutes. How many more minutes do you have? 30. So click that button. Go to triplecompounder.com right now so you don't miss out on this bonus. And this is to give you an extra layer of support. At this point, we've worked with thousands of satisfied clients. We survey everybody that comes through, and I'm proud to say that on Hotjar, we are a 9 out of 10 rating, and on Trustpilot, we have an excellent review for our products and services. So you're going to come in, you're going to start crushing it with triple compounding. And what typically happens for our members is that they want to take their portfolio to the next level and compound more frequently using other financial instruments that Wall Street bros gatekeep. And you probably didn't know this, but my very first exposure to finance was actually Forex. And in fact, my first book that was published by McGraw-Hill was about Forex trading. And after years of trial and error, I've now applied the Diamond system to doing this type of high-level financial trading without taking the stupid risks that most people are taking. So for bonus number 6, I'm going to throw in Forex trading, swing trading, and options trading crash courses. So as your risk tolerance and confidence go higher, you have more options to expand your portfolio.
Where it started for me, as we're in that older, later 20s, we started having conversations around investing. And I felt pregnant, it wasn't planned, and COVID hit. We were in lockdown and he was still working. He was called an essential worker, so he could go to work. He had to do either longer hours, so he wasn't getting paid any more to work an extra 2 hours a day. And that's on top of an already 12-hour day. He wanted a change. And then he obviously had more conversations, and it went from investing to day trading. He paid big bucks, paid someone as a mentor to teach him how to day trade, and had the whole setup. We put a big chunk of money into it. So as you could expect, day trading didn't go the way it was meant to, and you don't have that consistent income coming. Look, I don't want to say it was down the drain, but that was $100,000 down the toilet. But I think we just took about 3 months just to recover from the trauma of the day trading and how much money we lost, the toll it took on our marriage. So when my girlfriend told me about Investiva, she'd already been following her, and her accountant had told her about, oh, she's done the power course, she's only done a little bit, but it's really good and I should do it. I kind of jumped on for Gianna. So after that, sign up the power course, and I was freaking determined. I finished the power course just trusting and believing. That was the biggest mind shift that needed to happen. As soon as my son went to bed, I was on that computer. So I was either doing extra bits of the course, I was watching pig sessions. I was hungry. I really wanted that change. It came out of desperation. Took my husband's advice and I put a big chunk into the brokerage account. And it was right around April, May, and then June, July, all those stocks went story. And I was finally seeing these results that were just unbelievable. It's real. The process is real. My husband is my biggest supporter and he just pushes me. He's like, babe, I did it. This is your turn now. I couldn't make it work. You got to try.
And I could have ended things here, but when we were putting this together, I wanted to beat the ultimate triple compounder system. So I thought to myself, what else am I using right now to build generational wealth that high-level professionals and high-income earners need to know about? And I thought to myself, what if I got real and showed people how to use insurance to save money on taxes and show them how to use insurance to create generational wealth? Most people don't like life insurance. And for the longest time, I thought it was a scam. But it wasn't until I got introduced to how rich people really use life insurance that I realized what this is all about. What if life insurances were more than life insurance? What if life insurances were income replacement insurances, whether you die or live? What if your family had a specific family policy owned by the family trust that passes through the wealth as your family grows? And for this, I had to consult with some of the most knowledgeable insurance experts to create insurance policy secrets. So the next time you're approached by an insurance broker, first of all, you can tell if they're for real or not. And even better, you get to get on the right path of designing your own insurance policy and take advantage of something called infinite banking. Somebody say infinite banking in the chat. And in fact, when you invest in yourself today, you also get 3 months of free insurance consulting sessions with my best insurance advisors so they can help you find out the best route for your unique situation and tell you if your current insurance is a scam or not. So when you take advantage of the grant today and invest in yourself, you're going to get the Power Course $9,997 value. You're going to get the Triple Compounder Specialist Certification, $5,997 value. You're going to get 3 private calls with our premium coaches. That is $8,000 value. You're going to get my Income Ninja Hacks, $5,997 value. You're going to get Smart Pick Pro for 3 months for free, $997 value. You're going to get Instant Market Screener, $97 value. You're going to get 3 months free in the premium investing group as well. $1,191 value. You're going to get volatility proofing hacks. $9,997 value. You're going to get diamond accountability partners so that we can hold you accountable on your journey. That is priceless. You're going to get our tax loopholes from my best of the best of the best accountants to help you save money on taxes legally. You're going to get the Ultimate Investors Toolkit so you can get started today. You're going to get my Black Book of Investments. You're going to get a mastermind with my friend Brickman Senior, $5,000 value. You're going to get options for exchange trading crash courses, $3,000 value. You're going to get insurance policy secrets, $1,997 value. And it's even not listed here. You're going to get 3 months of free consultation with our advisors as well. And last but not least, you get 2 VIP tickets to the next upcoming Triple Compounding Live. So you can come in, spend 2.5 days with us, with your BFF, and really implement everything that we just gave you. And the value of that is $1,994. Total value here is $56,338. Today, still, when you take advantage of the grant, is going to be a one-time payment of $19.97. And the really cool news is that when you pay in full, you also get a 100% money back guarantee within the first 30 days when you complete the first 3 modules. Why do we do it this way? People who pay in full are more committed. And as a result, we are able to guarantee their outcomes. So if you're committed to accelerating your financial freedom, if you're committed to becoming a triple compounder like thousands of our members, then you can pay in full. We've designed this way because my whole game is to help you avoid taking stupid risks. And this is going to bring down your risk to 0. So you have nothing to lose and you can start triple compounding without taking risks right off the bat. Isn't that fair? And if you're ready to join the 1% who get here and invest in themselves and start accelerating their financial freedom, I give you permission. Go to triplecompounder.com, click on that button, and get instant access and get in the right path toward your financial freedom lifestyle. While you do that, let's hear from one of our other triple compounders.
Oh my God, I didn't even know how to start a brokerage account. That was a big deal for me, how to really trade on the brokerage account. Everything that I have had in her course so far been a big win. My name is Emma Afshin. My background is a food science. I know chocolate inside out, outside in.
Before and after Kiana, definitely confidence in my investments and knowing what I'm doing. And then when I'm talking to other people who are in the industry that are not in Kiana's program, that I can articulate what I know and have conversations with them. They're like, oh, okay, she knows what she's talking about. I am from the Chicago area, and what I do for a living is I am basically an SAP consultant, or actually senior manager, who now I help lead projects.
I promised you earlier a payment plan. Would you rather pay less today or get all your money back? Paying less today equals a payment plan, so less money down. Getting all your money back equals prepayment and getting a 30-day guarantee that you get the result you want when you take action on the modules. But if you want to pay less today, you've got to go to triplecompounder.com, and I'm going to show you how it works here. When you go to triplecompounder.com, you see a page that kind of looks like this. If it's on mobile, it's going to look a little bit different. And you can see that how much time you have available until this offer expires. So you're gonna go all the way down here. You can see everything that you get on this side of the page. And then here, this is where you put in your first name, put in your last name, email, phone number. And then you get to choose if you want to save $782, have a money back guarantee, and pay in full today, or you want to pay less today, not have a money back guarantee, and pay as you go. So that's going to be $397 now and 6 more payments of $397 later. Then you're going to put in your address, your country, your city. You can choose between paying with a credit card or PayPal. And you can also add some of our amazing add-ons here to level up your triple compounding. Once you do that, you're going to say, yes, give me instant access. And what happens after here is very, very important, because once you click this button, the next page you get to is where you can claim your 3-month free membership to the Premium Investing Group. This includes your private calls with our premium coaches, as well as instant market screener and all of the other things that you got for free for 3 months, including also insurance sessions with my top advisors. So don't forget, when you put in your information here, this order form is not going to pop up for you. All you're going to see is this button that says get my bonus free 3 months of the PIG Premium Investing Group. Don't forget to get this bonus, because if you don't get that, then you don't get that amazing over $2,000 value. How many of you can see how this works? Somebody say, I can see that, Kiana, in the chat. So when you click on that button or go to triplecompounder.com and then click the $397 button, you'll have 6 additional payments in the future every 4 weeks. So that's why we offer this payment plan. But the thing is, you gotta go click on that button and get things started right now. So now you got the guarantee for full payment, and you also got a payment plan. So at this point, you really have only 2 options. Your first option is to do nothing. Not take this leap of faith, which you might think is 100% risk-free. If you don't count all the missed out opportunity your future self is going to be thanking you for. Your second option is to pony up this tiny investment today compared to all of the value that you're getting in return, and give it a shot. See if it will work for you. If it doesn't, for whatever reason, you get your money back. There is no risk. You have literally nothing to lose but stress and regrets. And the thing is, I was one of those people who refused to invest in myself and insisted that I'm gonna learn it on my own because I'm smart. And guess what happened? It took me a lot longer to succeed. I lost a ton of money learning the hard way. I missed out on so many opportunities. I was in the wrong rooms. I didn't have all the accountability until I finally gave in and started investing in myself. And investing in myself has paid for itself over and over and over again. And now I spend bare minimum $100K per year in education. that I know is going to shortcut the way for me so I can reach my goals even faster and more efficiently, because time is the only thing that you can never get back. Money, you can always make more of it. Money is abundant. Time is not. And what is cool about option number 2 is that I'll be with you. We'll be with you every step of the way. I'll truly believe that if I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. And I stick by that. And what that means is that when you pay in full, you have a full 30 days to go through the first modules of the Power Course, get active in the Premium Investing Group, join the Triple Compounding Live event as a VIP, hang out with over 1,000 members who have chosen not to get a refund, ask them questions, work with our team of high-level coaches, get support, join all of our live sessions, jump on your premium coaching call, make your money work for you, triple compound, get started, and we give you a full refund if you think this is not the right choice for you and that we didn't provide you at least 10 times the value of what you paid. Basically, you can have your cake and eat it too. So if you're ready to take this risk-free action, then go to triplecompounder.com or click on that button and get yourself signed up right now before our bonuses disappear. So for those of you flocking over here right now, again, you're going to see everything that you get on this side, on desktop. If you're on phone, this is going to be, I believe, below this order form. You're going to choose your payment plan, fill out this form completely, choose how you're going to pay, choose what you want to add on to this, and get an instant access. What happens after this is that you're going to get emails. Please, please, please check your spam folder to see the emails there. If you don't, you can email us at support@investdiva.com. In fact, if you've already paid right now and you can't see that email, in the chat box right here, you can ask my support team to help you out. What happens after that is that you're going to get invited to an onboarding call that helps you figure out exactly what you need to do when. From there, you get an invitation into our premium investing group, and you're going to see our next upcoming triple compounding live event. So what we're going to do for that is going to, first, number one, you're going to find a person who's going to appreciate the person that you're becoming and who also wants to accelerate their financial freedom, who also is going to hold you accountable. And then you're going to clear out your calendar for the 2.5 days of Triple Compounding Live and come hang out with us and get things moving and implemented. Does that sound fair? Put fair in the comments and put TCL if you're super excited to show up on our next upcoming TCL. Wealthy people become wealthy because they make fast decision, and therefore they attract more money into their life. And I want you to become wealthy and become my next success story so I can give you one of these amazing awards at our next award ceremony, and you can have your friends and family there to cheer you on as well. So I give you permission, go to triplecompounder.com, click on that button, try this thing out. You literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. I am so excited for you because you're going to get over $56,000 value for a fraction of the cost. You get to try it out when you pay in full, and if you don't like it, we give you your money back. So what do you have to lose? Nothing. You have everything to gain. This is Olivia from Great Britain, who took to Trustpilot and said, finding Kiana and Investiva and her team has been one of the most beneficial, life-changing moments. I'm starting to understand money for the first time in my life without giving it to others to sort it for me. I have loved taking control and felt truly supported by our team. She mentions who. Everyone needs Kiana in their life. She's an inspiration. Thank you for everything you do at Investiva. Keep shining your light. All right, before we close this out, let's go through some of your questions. One of the frequently asked questions we get is, how fast can I start triple compounding? The cool thing is you can do this as fast as you want and as slow as you want. Many of our members get in, knock out the whole thing in about 3 days, start triple compounding within a week, join Triple Compounding Live event, and ask their questions. Others take their time. You have lifetime access to the Power Course and everything new that we add on to it. And you have 3 months of live coaching with us for free. So if you need to take your time, you can do that too. Obviously, my recommendation is to do it as fast as possible because money likes speed, and every minute you waste on indecision, you are delaying triple compounding, you're delaying your freedom. The second question we get is, would this work for me if I'm not in the US? It absolutely does. We have member success stories from all over the world, from Australia to the UK, South Africa, New Zealand, Canada, Europe, South America, Middle East, Hong Kong, Singapore. In fact, we have members from 132 countries. So yes, no matter where you are in the world, you can become a triple compounder with these strategies. The next question is there a guarantee? Yes, you have 30 days to go through all of these things, submit your activities, hang out with our premium investors, make tons of money, and get a full refund if you think we didn't provide 10 times the value. Have your cake and eat it too. And that is why you have nothing to lose. Don't let fear steal your dreams. Go to triplecompounder.com, get yourself signed up, and I'll see you on the other side. Congratulations to making it till the end.
I'm Tristan. I'm from England in the UK, and I'm married with 2 young boys. And I've been working really massively hard at my corporate job, and I'd be getting back home super late, and my kids would be in bed, and I'd be leaving early in the morning, and I wouldn't see my kids either then because I'd be leaving and they would already be on their way to school. So anyway, I've been dreaming of having more choices in my life. I'm sure many people can relate to that, especially commuting long hours or working long hours and not seeing enough of my family. I knew there had to be a better way of being able to create a better work-life balance. And I wanted to set my family up for a life of freedom, certainty, and choices. And to be honest, I've been saving up a little bit of money as often as I possibly could in the corporate world. And I even started investing in some commodities, things like rare vintage wine, funnily enough, and like gold and silver coins and that kind of thing, and Lego even, just to try and, get towards that financial freedom goal at some point. And as I turned 40, I realized that inflation was absolutely diminishing the value of my money in my savings account, and that my investments in commodities were clearly taking forever, unfortunately, to actually give me any sort of financial independence, while me and my family could actually enjoy it. So I was getting super frustrated, as you can imagine, with this really slow growth in the savings account. And I knew there had to be a better way of making my money work for me and creating wealth. So my wife and I started looking online for absolutely ages for opportunities, and we spent tons of money over the years. We spent ridiculous amounts of money on expensive courses and programs that seemed to promise everything and deliver absolutely nothing. So to be honest, this left me feeling pretty skeptical, frustrated, and at times a little depressed and actually quite embarrassed. I felt like I'd been taken advantage of because I was too trusting of other people. Until one day, of course, I came across, guess who? Kiana Danielle on TikTok. And that was a real defining turning moment for me, a real pivotal moment. So I saw Kiana was sharing this thing that she was calling this 5-step diamond analysis system that was helping people take control of their finances and making their money work for them. And this was exactly what I was looking for, especially based on what I've just said. And I knew the education was exactly also what I was looking for. And I was at the point in my life where, to be honest, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. Can anybody else relate to that? And I knew there had to be a better way. And I was sick and tired of watching my savings grow at such a tiny percentage yield in my savings account. So my wife and I quickly watched Kiana's 5-step diamond process. And it made sense. It made complete sense to us. So we decided to give the process a go, and we started putting the 5-point diamond system into action. But the problem was that I really needed to trust Kiana, and I needed time to commit to the program while working some crazy hours and commuting in the corporate world. But as I saw success stories from other members and Kiana herself, I was like, well, if they can do it, surely I can do it as well. So I got in with the system, and I was blown away with the quality and the depth of the education and the support provided as well. And I thought, you know what, I can finally trust the process. I'd finally found, after all these years of searching, the coach that I was looking for, a coach that I trusted and respected, a coach who shared a similar life vision to me, a coach who was passionate and able to make the concepts taught in the course really fun and engaging so we can actually understand them in a really easy way. And this allowed me, to be honest, to blast through this course with super excitement in just 3 days, because I wanted to get it done. I wanted to get my money working for me fast. So 6 months in, having quickly reached the 100K portfolio that you can see behind me, I'd made the decision to hand my notice in to my almost 21-year corporate employer, and I quit my job. All my corporate friends and colleagues thought I was absolutely mad. I think they still do to this day. They probably don't understand. And just 18 short months later, I had built my total portfolio to over 500K, as you can see with the award behind me. Now I've got the life balance I was dreaming of, and I've been able to take my wife and my kids away on some incredible trips around Europe and around the world since achieving that. And as someone who considers themselves to be a massive foodie and lover of fine dining experiences, I now never have to look at prices on any menu in any restaurant. And for me, that was absolutely huge. So we've been able to spend more time with our boys. And funnily enough, even during like family dinners and things like that, we often talk about money. We talk about investing, financial literacy, and all that good stuff. And both of our sons, now aged 10 and 14, each have a 5-figure investment portfolio, because again, we've taught them the concepts here as well. And that's set them up for life. And as a parent, the peace of mind that comes with knowing that your children's financial future is secure, I can't tell you, it's absolutely priceless. So in the Power Course, this 5-step diamond system is the exact process that taught me and my family exactly how to do what I've described. So for us, it's been absolutely life transformational. And Kiana, thank you so very much.
My name's Philip Thomas. All you have to do is focus on the Power Course.
From that, I was able to make it to 100K.
Celebrate our 100K award. Welcome to the stage, Miss Grace Lee!
I'll never have to worry about money ever again.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Power Course did amazing things for me.
So I actually had the pleasure of receiving my 500K Diva Award. Again, like I said, it's been less than a year that I have been doing this, and just listening to everything that Kiana said and doing that again and again and again, I felt transformed. Like I just needed to know more. I needed to be in that space that she was in. It was just a certainty that I hadn't felt in a very long time. And what Kiana brings to the table is just something so authentic and so genuine that you just know that you were supposed to be in this space with her, and she's just helping you every step of the way. It's truly an incredible feeling.
And now, because of that, we'll be able to build our basement.
And then, hey, next thing you know, I am at $100,000. So it was great.
Imagine you started doing something and in less than a year you get an award. It's a proof that Kiana's method works.
The impact that we've been able to make on moms, single moms, women, dads, single dads, people who were not brought up with the money mindset are now learning how to investing for their kids.
My line of work is in the health industry, which is basically polar opposites from economics, business, and finance. Before I started Kiana's course, I knew nothing about stock market.
I thought investing was something complicated, shady, and even dangerous, more like gambling. But thanks to Kiana's lessons, now I know that's not the case.
There's just so much information out there, and I didn't know who to trust, and it was just all really confusing. But that's when I came across Kiana with Investiva.
I mean, seeing lives literally change because somebody learned how to invest on their own and their money started to compound. And now that nurse who started out with $500, $1,000, $10,000 has now $200,000 in their investment account and growing.
I started with $800, and in 3 short months I was able to grow our investments account to $10,000.
I didn't have much money. Slowly I put in £12,500. On the 5th month anniversary, it was worth £35,000.
Following Kiana's framework, fast forward 1 year, my overall portfolio has grown over 100%.
So one of the biggest things that I have to offer is that I can teach people not just the investing side, not just personal finance side, but that whole wealth ecosystem, how to put all these pieces together so that you're not just generating revenue, you're actually making profit and you keep making it grow. I don't think there is anybody else who is teaching wealth at this level.
Kiana's course actually really helped me settle down my fears and also helped me develop a strategy long term.
In just the first few lessons, Kiana gave me so much insight into my finances, where I stand, and where my money should be allocated. It was extremely helpful.
Within weeks, I was able to start investing. I opened my own account and I made money within weeks after that.
Our whole team is about, the Investiva movement is about fun and taking that intimidation, the Wall Street lingo, the suits, and the out of investing. We make it simple, we make it tangible, that my 12-year-old nephew can understand and actually start applying the strategies.
Kiana has given me the confidence and empowered me to be my own investment advisor. So I'm so grateful for Kiana and her team.
The days of being like afraid of what to do with my own money and how to enter the stocks are done.
I can't imagine in 5 years, 10 years, what my future self is going to be thanking Kiana for. She's an absolute godsend.
The only regret I have is not doing it sooner.
So that's why Investiva is the place to be.